All right. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? All things in the building. What's going on? Good morning. Adrian Molina, good morning. Let me do something real quick. While y'all come in the building. We got good stuff going on. Gervonta got them Vasyl Lomachenko fans shook. And the Gervonta haters shook because your boy got ducked. And we'll talk about Shakur, Stevenson, and Ryan Garcia and all that good old stuff today. Terrell W., what's up, man? How are you? Let me slide down to the end. Cheryl Austin, good morning. Joseph Robinson, good morning. Crown the Best. Andre Noble. Keith Pierre. Chris Brooks, what's going on, man? Semis World. Amateur record continued. Rolly Romero, 25-10. Abdullah Mason concluded his amateur career with roughly 65 wins in 80 fights. Kid Austin, Floyd Schofield, 180-20, they were 180-20 and 180 wins, 20 losses. Wow. Kid Austin was Kid Austin had a lot of amateur fights. What's going on, Chris? Yeah, that's why they say he's a little bit older. Jose Lopez, what's going on, man? Joseph Robinson, what's going on, man? Let me send something I got to send a text real quick. What's going on, Marlon Tutt? Shawnee Bo says salute Fanon and the gang. Hope everyone is having a blessed day. I hope you're having a blessed day as well. Yeah, okay, that's not difficult to do. Give me 1 second. All right, so I did that. What do you think about Jake Paul's fight? I did not watch that. I didn't watch no Jake Paul fight. That's pay-per-view too? Heck no, I ain't buying no. Hey, hold on, man. What's going on, Big Red Upside? Big Red Upside your head? Man, heck no, I didn't watch that, man. You tripping? What's going on, Demario? What's going on, Demariano? How you feeling, man? How you feeling? Phoenix Assassin, what's up? What's up? I've seen videos resurfacing from years ago showing Loma never wanted that Tank fight. A lot of people were acting like Tank was ducking when he just fighting who Floyd made him. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Mm-hmm. I got to rub it in on you Lomachenko fans. Not really Lomachenko fans, to be honest. Because Lomachenko fans, I think, are really pretty fair people, generally speaking. But you Devin Haney fans that just don't want to admit that people don't want to fight Gervonta because it hits you right. Yeah, there you go, Ishnudi. Hey, because it hits you right in your pocketbook, man. It hits you right where it counts, man. Not paying for that gimmicky BS. Yeah, nah, hell no. What the F watching Jake Paul? I don't know. I ain't watching Jake Paul. That to me seems kind of silly. Why would I be watching Jake Paul? For now, my first day here, I was a Haney fanboy. Yeah, they'll turn. Hey, dog. They did a good job. They tried to get some of them. They tried to get them some of them. I got a set straight quick. Oh yeah. He said I got set straight quick. Hey man, look, they just overdo it, bro. I watched the YouTube bootleg. Flex in the building, man. What's going on, Flex? Hey, Fanon, you think Andre Ward coming out of retirement? Hey, man, that was a very interesting post he made. That was for certain. I don't know what I can say, man. You know what I mean? I don't think notifications went out this morning because I put that video out. So it's probably not notifications probably didn't get sent out. Hey, Fanon, you think Andre Ward coming out of retirement? Hey, man, I don't know. He was in the ring sparring. Dog, that's a lot of money sitting on that table. You know what I mean? That's a lot of money. That'd be nice. That's a nice amount of money to be on that, sitting on that table. You know what I mean? Undercards be entertaining, though. Which undercards? Some. But anyway, Ward, hey, man, yeah, I want to see Ward come back out. First step for Haney fanboys is admitting you have a problem. They will never admit they have a problem. They don't consider that a problem. They consider that a joy and a pleasure. What's going on, Marcel Triggs? They find that them dudes be finding it. Hey, look, they ride with who they're riding with. They're gonna ride with who they ride with, and they not gonna let nothing stand in the way of them riding what they want to ride. They riding with their guys. Yeah, they are. They be riding with their dudes. So commend them for that. Ox Steel said if Ward gets on Snack, he like Bud, he'll stop. He's like Bud, he'll stop Canelo. Well, I mean, honestly, man, I think that's one of the smarter things that he did in order to try to sell that, get that money, man. He's 40 years old. He's still young enough. He's let his body rest for 7 years. All he's got to do is get in shape. Get a real easy fight against somebody he knows he can whoop for sure, mismatch style. Come back, get one in, mismatch style, like for real mismatch style. Bop up a couple cats real fast. Do a little 3-fight comeback. Do a little mini. I hope he does a little mini. If he does a little Tyson Fury, fight two guys that are for sure he's going to beat up. Yeah, it's like 7 years, man. He's been gone a long time, dog. Maybe 5 years, 6 years, 5 years, maybe not 7 years. Let me see. Andre Ward been gone a while. 2017, yeah, 7 years, man. He retired in 2017. He been gone a minute. But he had said before he wanted to come back and fight Anthony Joshua. So I like it. Yeah. For now, no, I did not watch. I didn't watch any fights last night. I didn't watch any fights last night. He's probably going to do an exhibition. Yeah, get some exhibitions in. Yeah, if not a real fight, get some exhibitions in. Yeah, get some paid sparring matches. Hell yeah. Yeah. Get Jake Paul. Jake Paul. That's what he should do. He should look for Jake Paul. He should look for Jake Paul. He'd be like, yeah, hey, Jake. Yeah, let's get us a Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather moment out here, man. I'll fight you at heavyweight. Let Jake Paul fight his ass at heavyweight. Let Andre Ward fight Jake Paul at heavyweight. Yeah, that shit would be hilarious. Yeah, knock him out. Yeah, Hey, Jake Paul isn't fighting nobody close to his size. Hey, man, Andre Ward, man, them dudes gonna walk away. You know how much money they would walk away with? Andre Ward, Jake Paul. That's a lot of dough. It's a lot of dough, Jake. How many times you gonna take punches from much lesser people to make nowhere near that much money? Yeah, but ain't nobody really talking about Jake Paul winning. One body in Yahweh said Jake has so many flaws. Yeah. He could have no flaws and still get, and still get the yams beat off of him. Hey, I would pay to see that though. So they would make some bread. Yeah, man, it would be a great fight. Smaller USC fighters in boxing and a same size or smaller, a little smaller. I guess he is smaller, but still, dude. Andre Ward fought at 175, dude. He's definitely walking around 200 something. Yeah, them yams. Treat you bad, dog. I can if you can whoop a 27-year-old at 39, I'm sure Andre could beat Canelo. 40 isn't when you take. Oh yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Yeah. I was just saying he should do two of them. Hey, dog, tree. That's crazy, dog. I'm very impressed with Amanda Serrano. The Puerto Rican women don't play. Yeah, she got a knockout. That's the first time in a long time that she got a knockout. It's the first time in a long time she got a knockout. He said Finance should be a matchmaker. Yeah, I'll make the matches. Let's get it going. Phoenix said Ward was one of the few who stayed close to his fight weight naturally. I'd be surprised if he was walking around over 185. I think he's bigger than 185. Maybe 190s. But he's a big dude. Andre Ward is a big guy, man. He's not as he was working really hard to get down to 175, dude. I can get down to 175. If I needed to, like for a fight like that, I could weigh 175. That's some shit. It was like I got all the fat off me and dehydrated. I could get down to 175. It would not be fun, but I could get down to 175. So Andre Ward can probably, I wouldn't say as big as me because I'm like 220 now. So maybe he's not quite as big as me, but Andre Ward looks plenty big. You know what I mean? Pause. Jake will never beat the yams off you. Pause. I should have put a pause on the back of that. Jake will never fight a legitimate boxer. Still don't want Mike Tyson in there. No, he doesn't. But I'll take it though. I want to see it. I want to see it. Kamala said, look like they're going to make Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. next. Oh, yeah. He was on the undercard. Yeah, he was on the undercard of that, wasn't he? Hold on 1 second. Give me a second. I'm sorry. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, what's up, Tunnel Vision? Shout out, man. Thank you, brother. Said, I hope you are all ready for Shakur show his true colors and dunk tank just like Lomachenko did. And don't be shocked if he back to top rank. First of all, I've always said the entire time I wouldn't be shocked that he goes back to top rank. You know, I've been saying that. I think that um I think that's a good solid prediction. I mean, it's only going to be one of four places to begin with, but he's got a history with them, you know. Looking at that, he makes good money. He makes $3 million. He got offered $3 million. He makes $3 million a fight. That's a lot of money. So he may resign with him. Jake Paul is not a real fighter. I wish he would fight someone that can actually box. Shakur, yeah, I doubt he ducks Tank. We'll see. Wow, it's a thin crowd today. Tank will fight anyone but Shakur in November. Why do you say that? You don't think that he would want? You don't think he wants to fight? Anyway, man, here, hit the link, y'all. I think a Rise podcast is coming. Here, put this up here, man. We got 300 people in the building now, with the least. George Gordon said, "Hey, top of the morning. Hey, top of the morning, George Gordon." Phenomenal said, if Shakur signs back with Top Rank, he's not getting the Tank fight next. Probably not. I think that is a signal to it, though. Why hate on Pitbull? He's humble, exciting, and gave Tank a good scrap. Yeah, who's hating on Tank? Who's hating on Pitbull? Come on. Who's hating on Pitbull? Come on. I know that I know Shakur's hated on him a little bit, saying he would demolish Pitbull, something like that. I don't think they should fight in November, though. Definitely spring or summer of next year. I think Shakur need a big name before he step in there with Tank. Man, you know what? That's funny. We were having those conversations before. True McFadden. We were having those conversations before Lomachenko had pulled out. You know? But now it's like, who does Gervonta fight next? I mean, that's going to be the case. You know, just talking about a straight boxing, they're both in the division, and they're champions that are available to fight. It's not as if there was another negotiation going on because Lomachenko pulled out of the negotiation. Same thing he did with George Kambosos the first time when they were supposed to be fighting for Undisputed. He did that to George Kambosos for Undisputed. Pulled out of negotiations like, nah, because of the military thing. Lomachenko wanted more money. Nah, Levy, that's not what he said. That's not what he said. That is not what he said. Not what he said. Lomachenko's manager said that they said the following. Hold on, man. Matter of fact, let me pull it up. Let me pull that up. Oh, it's right there. There you go. It's that line right at the end where he says you can offer him tens of millions. If he doesn't have motivation, he's not ready to prepare to fight. So it's right here. They say you can offer him tens of millions. He's not going to fight if he's not ready. He didn't say it was in. Dog, you're telling on yourself. I see you. I see you. Kamal. Look, can you hear me now? You can hear me now. Tell me if you can hear me now. Tell me if you can hear me now. Yeah, you guys should be able to hear me now. Okay. Yeah, I forget. Anyway, Kamal Oz, what's going on, Kamal? What's going on, Kamal?
Hey, what's up, Fanon?
I'm good, brother. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. I too want to see that Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight. I'd pay for that. But like I said, Chavez Jr. was on that undercard. There's talks that Jake Paul could fight Chavez Jr. It's a winnable fight for both guys, and I guess it'd be somewhat exciting. Chavez Jr., like Adrian Broner, you got to give them props. They both in an era where the O is everything, not losing your zero. In other words, they both keep on getting opportunities. Now, Chavez Jr. had a head start because of his father's name, obviously, but no one can deny the appeal of Adrian Broner and the ability of him to consistently market himself. One of the most talented men in boxing that I've ever seen in that regard in terms of marketability. So I wanted to say, man, I do want to see Amanda Serrano versus Katie Roughneck Taylor too, but I'm afraid they're going to rob Serrano again. I mean, I really am. We've seen Katie Taylor get gift decisions multiple times against Delphine Persoon and against the first Serrano fight, but I'm really worried about this. Let me pontificate this off you and bounce this off you, Fanon. So to me, I don't think Tank has a problem fighting Shakur Stevenson next. I think he would obviously make that fight. But from an economic standpoint, I'm not sure Shakur would take that fight. Why do I say that? Shakur's trying to market himself, utilizing Tank's name to get a big free agent deal. If Tank goes out there, fights him next, beats him up, takes the WBC title, and takes his zero, so to speak, who's going to be interested in Shakur Stevenson for a long-term fight? What does he have to bring to the table? Because right now he has some mystique, so to speak, that he can bring to the table despite his fighting style. And he also has Tank's name that he can utilize in terms of negotiating a new contract. But if Tank goes in there, uses his A-side negotiating powers, and beats Shakur, which I'm sure he will, Shakur, all that is gone. And then you still have the boring fighting style. You have someone who is knocked out. I'm not sure Shakur would take that fight next. I want to get your thoughts on that. With that, I'm out. Thanks.
Oh, man, I definitely think they'll take the fight. I think they'll take the fight because I think he thinks he's ready. And he's in his third division right now, man. There's never going to be a bigger fight than that. So, yeah, I absolutely think he'll take the fight. Come on. Because, I mean, there's no fight that if he gets offered that fight, that's the biggest fight of his career. That may be the biggest fight he ever has, no matter what he does. So he would have to take it right away. Then he just go on. If he loses, he goes on the way he goes on. I would think that he would want that fight. I would think so. I would think so. As long as he's not signed out, I could think why a promoter would think that. A promoter may think, hey, let's hold that up. In that case, Phoenix the Assassin, what's up, man? Said, what Kamal is saying is the same thing I was saying about Shakur and Devin. It's been that's been their whole deal. They can't build back if Tank. They can't build back if Tank smacks them. Well, they got to fight for that to happen. So we'll see. That's the case. But hey, man, there's a high risk of it. What's going on, though, Phoenix the Assassin? Shakur should definitely take the fight and his biggest payday of his career. He's going to get paid for that ass whooping that Tank will give him. Yeah. Well, since Loma not up to it, then let Tank make Shakur fight. Whip Shakur, then on to the next. Shakur would be interesting. Yeah, I want to see the fight, man. I want to see the fight, man. Let Tank make Shakur whip Kerr first. That shit'll never happen, man. Shakur, make Shakur fight. Whip Shakur, the next Shakur would be interesting. Well, let me say. Well, since let Tank make the Shakur fight, whip Kerr, then on to the next. Shakur would be interesting. I just want to see the fight, man. Yeah. I mean, interesting. The fight would be fucking super fight, man. That's what I want. I just want to see the fight, man. Why y'all trying to hold up fights? Why you trying to hold up fights? I'm not that big. I'm not really tripping that hard on whether or not if Shakur loses, he loses. If Gervonta loses, he loses. Then they got to do what they got to do after that. That's on them. They're getting paid a lot of money for that. I can't be worried about what they're gonna be doing next. What's going on, One Body in Yahweh?
Hey, how you been, brother?
Man, I've been good. I can't complain about a thing. What's happening with you, living
life, man. I agree with you. Like, bro, I said, why are you holding fights? Like, I really feel like, Devin always said Lomachenko or whatever the case was, what he said, but that literally is what's happening now. He's saying no to Tank, and it's like, why are you running? Like, nobody gonna call Lomachenko a duck. It's like he's like the so-called golden child where nobody can talk bad about Loma. No, dude, you are a super duck. Like that was like, to me, this is one of the weakest moves besides, outside of Canelo, Ducker Benavidez. Like, Canelo has a better resume. So, I'm not giving him no out, but Loma, like, he's been gifted all these different things, and now for him to say, I don't want to fight Tank, or for whatever reason he says, to me, it's lame as heck. How do you feel?
Yes, sir. All right, man. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's lame. I think that it is lame. Or, lame of Bob Arum to talk about it like the fight is going to happen and not have gotten that cleared with Lomachenko that he was really wanting to do that. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I just wanted to tap in with you. I ain't talked to you in a minute. Just want to say hello.
Yeah, that's good, man. So how you doing, man? How's life treating you?
Oh, man, it's beautiful, man. I was at that Trump rally, man.
You disappeared on me, man. All right, One Body in Yahweh. I get back with you, sir. What's going on, Crown?
What's going on, Fernando? How you doing today?
Man, I'm well, man. I can't complain. What's on your mind, man?
Not much. I think you messed up your mic too. It's echoing.
No, you good.
So my thoughts on the Tank and Shakur thing. Just because Loma pulled that move that he pulled, I would be on some team up. Now we clearing out the division type thing. Like, if I'm having a conversation with Shakur, all right, we clearing everybody out. We gonna make Loma fight one of us before we do anything, before we make any moves. That's the kind of chess move I would play, just because, like, that was weird, bro. Why would you do that? That's weird, bro. Oh, I'm not motivated enough to fight. Come on, bro. Just take the fight. Like, it's right there. You either do or don't want to fight him. If you ain't gonna fight him, drop the belts and hang up the career, man. Just let it go. Ain't no sense in holding on and trying to wait for everybody to get out the way so you can get the last fight. Like, no. If you're gonna play that game, if it was me, if you're gonna play that game, I'm gonna play it too. I'm gonna hit Shakur and I'm gonna let him know, like, look, bro, we gonna fight it. We gonna clear the division out first. We gonna make him fight one of us before we fight. That's the type. That's what I would do. But I can't speak for everybody else. But that's what I would do. That's my thoughts.
All right, man. Thanks, man. Get back, Crown.
All right.
All right, man. Peace. Kamal Oz said the WBA ordered Zepeda before the Frank Martin fight. Not sure Oscar would agree to that or Shakur. The WBO is owned by Top Rank, so Brennicek may not be available. So it may be Loma Zepeda for the IBF. Wow, you think? Yeah. You talking about Zepeda fighting? You're not sure if Zepeda would fight Shakur? No, I don't think so. The WBA orders Zepeda before the Frank Martin fight. The WBA ordered Zepeda to fight who? Gervonta? Not sure Oscar would agree to that or Shakur. So you're not sure Oscar would agree to that. That what? Zepeda fighting Gervonta? The WBO is owned by Top Rank, so Brennicek is not available. So that's the WBO. So maybe Loma Zepeda for the IBF. Because you're saying that you're looking at it from the perspective of people ordering Zepeda to fight. Loma and Zepeda, I don't know. I don't think he's going to do a cross promotional for Zepeda. I think if anything, Lomachenko would fight a mandatory. Other than Tank, he'd fight a mandatory or something like that for the IBF. Because I don't know if Zepeda was ordered. I mean, if Zepeda was already, if the IBF is ready to order that fight. Yeah, Gervonta got ordered to fight Zepeda before the Frank Martin fight. Okay, let me see. Why didn't I know that? Gervonta Davis ordered to fight Zepeda. It doesn't come up, but I'll take your word on it. I don't. Okay, here, let me see. William Zepeda is now the official WBA mandatory for lightweight champion Gervonta Davis. Zepeda is also now officially the IBF mandatory challenger. Oh, okay. So yeah, he's got all of those. Okay. According to Boxing Worldwide. And okay. I don't think they give the source, but I don't see the source, but that's cool. What's up, Dean? Dean, I can't hear you.
For now, what's the deal, man?
Man, I'm chilling, brother. I'm chilling. Thank you, Kamal Oz. I'm chilling, brother. What's up, man?
I just wanted to
chilling on this slow Sunday morning.
I just wanted to bring some clarity, Fanon. All the other guessing and everything, what we don't know, what's true, what's not true. You know, only one thing that is true, though, Fanon, that we know for a fact. If Gervonta Davis would have said he is not in the mood, nobody would have let him get away with that. That's the only thing we do know to be fact. Let Gervonta Davis had started negotiations with Loma and then got there and said, I'm not in the mood. It would have been, Fanon, that's all you would have saw all week on YouTube. You couldn't even go refresh your page without seeing that. For now, how you know this true? They bring up 8 years ago talking about what Floyd said. Gervonta ain't even say it about Loma. Floyd said it. And they still bring that up, like today. Even though I don't know what that got to do with the price of tea in China, but okay. That's the only thing we know to be a fact. Devin fans are making excuses for Loma, the same people that was mad at Loma for pushing the fight past Ramadan. You got Shakur fans out here. They bigging it up. They yeah, Shakur next. But y'all was the same people saying Loma was ducking y'all. So it's cool for Loma to duck Tank. But when Loma was ducking y'all, he the worst person in the world. I just need to know how all of this works. What I've come to realize, Fanon, we got a new rule in boxing. You're allowed to duck as long as it's Gervonta Davis. We'll be understanding. We'll make excuses. We'll try to give explanations of why this might be going on. There's only one fighter I know in boxing that could not get away with this. Let Gervonta Davis have said he wasn't in the mood, and that's the only excuse. He wanted to spend time with his daughter. Man, it would have been dark out here in these YouTube streets. That's all I know. So I just never thought that I would see a guy blatantly duck somebody because they keep bringing up all these excuses. You don't know what the excuse could be. Oh, they could be negotiations. They could be using this as an attack. Could. I don't know none of that. All I know is Lomachenko ain't fighting him at the end of the year on that date they were supposed to. I do know that. Only thing I know is if Gervonta Davis would have did the same exact thing for 9, he wouldn't have never heard the end of it. So a new rule in boxing, y'all. You're allowed to duck as long as it's Gervonta Davis. I holla at y'all. Y'all enjoy y'all Sunday. You dig what I'm saying? Continue to make excuses for Loma. Go ahead. I want to hear the explanations. Get up here, boxing hacker. Give an explanation for it.
Boxing hacker was defending Lomachenko?
Oh, man. Your knockout got a show going on. Boxing hacker over there. To be fair to Loma, he did try to fight him 8 years ago. All the man said is he want to go be with his family. Okay. So, Gervonta, if Loma want to fight you again, just tell him I want to spend time with my daughter. I'm not in the mood. Was good for the goose, right? I holla at you for now.
All right, man. Get back, brother. Get back, man. True McFadden, what up, man?
What's good, bro?
Hey, man, I can't complain about a thing, brother. What's happening with you, man?
Nothing much, man. I've been checking you out all weekend, man. But every time I get ready to talk to you, something popped up. I had to leave the barbershop or, go buy a new van. But yeah, man, just been going crazy. But So I watched the video you posted this morning. So I feel like it's official. He officially ducked. But I do agree with somebody said that he's looking to make that his retirement fight. I feel like that's what he's gonna do.
Who's he?
Loma.
Okay.
Loma. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna go out on his shield with Tank. You know what I'm saying? I think that fight to be made within the next year. It's got to be within the next year. I think Loma's probably looking at if he's saying he's tired, I just need to rest. But I mean, you probably what he's fought like one time this year. He fought once this year, and you're tired. Okay.
Yeah, once.
Yeah, go take your break. He's probably going to get one more fight in, get some more money, and I think he's going to go out on his shield with Tank. But I don't know who Tank going to fight in November, man. What you thinking about that?
I mean, I'm hoping Tank fights. I mean, he could fight Shakur. He could fight some pain.
I think the Shakur fight would be good. I think they need more of a build-up. I think just for the suspense,
you gonna see it?
That extra money, just let Shakur get one more fight, man.
I ain't getting none of that money. They can go ahead and get that fight on, dog. There ain't no need to wait around for that and fuck around and the money don't work later.
Well,
I mean, the money looks like it's pretty good right now, seems to me. Frank Martin and them dudes made good money.
Yeah, and then let Shakur get Frank Martin in November or something if you need one more. Do that. You know what I'm saying? build it up just a little bit more. But I'm with you on that too, bro. Get it while the getting's good. So if they can get to the table and make it happen, I mean, I'm gonna buy it. I'm definitely buying it.
Yes, sir.
And of course, we got my boy coming up in a couple weeks, man. I ain't worried yet.
Who was that?
Bud.
Oh, not a couple weeks.
Oh yeah.
Not a couple weeks. I think it's next week.
Yeah, not this week, but yeah, it is next Saturday.
Hold on. Yeah.
August 3rd.
Yeah, that's 6 days from now, right?
No, not this weekend coming up.
It's the weekend after that.
The weekend after, Yup. I'm ready for that.
Yeah, because next weekend is the 20. Next one is the 27th. So it is 2 weeks out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Any word on Spence and Fundora? Is that fight happening?
No words other than it sounds. I mean, more than likely it is, but no other updates, nothing new. But it was pretty sound that it was going to take place before. So Just the same old thing. It looks like that's what's going to happen.
Bud told him that's the road to your rematch, bro. Already, you get the belt from Fundora at 154. We can set it up. I'll come take that belt from you. Same ass whooping, just bigger size.
Man, worry about that little Ukrainian midget he fighting. Worry about that jump up and your ass be spinning around, fuck around, have Mad Marov have his ass spinning around like Haney, Ryan did Haney, man.
Yep.
He ain't trying to hear all of that.
It's gonna be a hell of a fight. It's gonna be a hell of a fight though. But yeah, I think Bud gonna figure him out, and and then the future is what it is. If Spence get that belt, let's do it.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. All right, man. Get back with your true McFadden. Thank you, sir.
All right, bro. Appreciate it.
All right, peace.
Yeah.
Boxing hacker, man. How can I help you, man?
Hey, how you doing, Fanon?
I'm doing well.
Hey, I just came to respond to your man, deemed by any means necessary. So yeah, I said it wasn't a duck, and the reason being is that Lomachenko said he just wasn't ready for right now. Why can't he as a duck? If he pulls out and decides to fight somebody else like lesser tier, now I'll call that a duck. But him saying he's not ready and maybe he'll fight later on, you can't say it's a duck. He did the same thing to Devin Haney. If we remember, he said he wanted a tune-up before Devin. He said that he wanted more time to go past Ramadan before Devin.
Hold on a second, man, please. Let me get these 2 super chats real quick. The Pull-Out Bandit said, I like the Queensberry to DAZN move. Oh, I do. Thank God. Yeah, you're right, Pull-Out Bandit. Thank God. I forgot about that. Yeah, God, dog. I read that yesterday. Yes. Thank goodness. Give me some more fucking value, bro. I don't want to have Spike. I'm sitting there pissed because I have to have Spike to get some of these fights that are ones, that are on Sky. All we need is PR, PBC, and Top Rank to follow suit. Then we'll only have one subscription for all of boxing. I like Queensberry to DAZN move. So you want the PBC and Top Rank to also go to DAZN. Fine with me. Doesn't make a difference to me. As long as we don't have to have every fight filled with Eurobums. That shit sounds like quite honestly, man, that sounds like that British takeover you trying, man. Nah, I'm all right, bro. Let them consolidate Britain. You trying to bring in them? Oh, now let's have the Americans go sign up to a British network. So Eurobums take over the world. No more ESPN, no more Amazon Prime, none of that. Let's put it all on DAZN. No, thank you, bro. I'm straight. And Duckchenko hey, what's up, Dre? Said for Duckchenko, and just made this my first at time helping the lights stay on. Thank you, brother. Love your channel and keep the facts coming. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dre. Will do. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank y'all for supporting this Sunday morning. with your intellect and your dollars, because that's very, very important. Both are very, very important. Yeah, I got something going on with my mic, man. All right, there you go. Boxing Hacker, continue.
Yeah, so what I was saying before is this, right? At the end of the day, like a duck is when the fighter doesn't want to fight. You right? No?
You're hilarious, dog. Because hey, dude, seriously, you're absolutely hilarious, bro. Because I know I spoke for like at least 4 minutes, and it's like you stopped yourself in mid sentence. As soon as I let go, you just immediately started with the same point.
Yeah,
like it's amazing how long you cannot listen to other people and keep your focus completely on what you want.
I didn't want to lose my train of thought, but I still listen to what you said.
Anyway, go ahead, man.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is this, right? At the end of the day, if Lomachenko decides, let's say he pulled out and sort of like what Crawford did to Spence originally, and just fight somebody else of lower tier, then you can say that's a duck. You know, you can make that argument. But the fact that Lomachenko said, I'm just not ready to fight right now, and he's not ready till the end of the year, they can still fight later. And that you can't consider that a duck, you know, because at the end of the day, he's not fighting anybody else, you know, and he's not saying he's releasing his title or anything. Like I said, when he did that to Devin, everybody knows I'm a huge Devin fan. When he did that to Devin, I call him a duck for doing that to Devin. I didn't like it. I wanted the fight to be earlier, but it is what it is. He said he wouldn't need a tune-up. He said that he wanted to push the fight back. He did all that. You know, it is what it is. Who knows what the brother's going through? At the end of the day, his country's fighting for their sovereignty and everything. So it's to say, you know, like
that argument sucks.
Yeah, I get that. I get that part. But at the end of the day, like it's still not a duck.
So you admit that argument sucks.
I admit the example suck with the whole.
No, the entire freaking argument that you made sucks.
No, I don't agree with that. I think that's a fair
sucks.
argument.
Let me say, I wasn't saying your example. I said your argument sucks.
Why do you feel my argument sucks?
Because your argument sucks. I'm telling you, that's why I said it.
I mean, hey,
your argument
to their own opinion, but
because your argument is based on one fact.
What's that?
Or one thing that he may want to fight him later.
Yeah, but that was what he said, though, right? So
that's my point. So
yeah,
your argument sucks because it's based on that.
Why does it suck? Because it's based on that. That doesn't make any sense.
Because in that case, nobody's ever ducking anybody as long as they say, I'm not willing to fight you right now.
No, but I made another assertion. I said that if he fights a lower tier fighter, like during the same time span, then you call him a duck because he had an opportunity to fight Tank. They were in the opportunity, he pulled out. Sort of like what happened with Crawford when he wanted to fight.
Because then you can never duck. It can never be a duck until he fights somebody else.
Right. Until he does something.
It can never be a duck. So it's not a duck.
Right. But if he fights,
because he hasn't. So you're saying so if somebody calls him a duck right now.
Yeah. You can't call him because you don't know what he's going to do. Like pushing a fight.
But you never know what somebody's going to do. He could fight somebody else and still go back and fight him.
Then but you can call him a duck as soon as he starts fighting. He makes negotiations, fight somebody.
Dude, you're implementing a very complex duck rule here. If you're telling me that you cannot be ducking somebody unless because you may at some point in time change your mind. The reason he ducked him is because he pulled out of a negotiation.
Yeah, he just pulled, but he said that he wasn't ready to fight this year. So
it doesn't matter.
You can call it a failed negotiation, but you can't call it a duck.
Doesn't matter. Is it a duck right now? Dude, is it a duck right now?
No, of course not. You can't prove that.
Okay, so therefore it's not a duck, period. Yeah. So it's not a duck, period.
No.
Why would it later change into a duck?
So let's say they're supposed to fight in November, for what we know. He was supposed to fight in November. If to say that Lomachenko was
pulled out of the negotiation, dog. Excuse me. They sat down at the table to make a fight, to accept an offer and make and exchange offers. And he said, no, I'm out. He is the but-for cause with that fight not getting made in November.
Right. So it's not going to happen.
So that is him stopping a fight. He stopped the fight.
He pulled out the negotiations.
There you go. So he stopped the fight from happening.
But that doesn't mean he's a duck.
I'm not fighting you because I don't want to. Look, dude.
That's not how you define a duck.
The only
A duck is
hold
somebody
on,
like
hold on.
Yeah.
The only thing that he actually did with as far as it relates to Gervonta is tell him, no, I don't want to fight you.
he said
This
that he
is
wasn't
two
ready.
people. Listen,
fight
they're
this
two.
year.
Doesn't matter because I'm not ready because I got a cold because I don't fucking feel like it. And he didn't even say that wasn't. He said he wasn't interested. He was bored or some shit. Hold on.
No, he said
That ain't
that.
what he said. Hold on.
Go ahead, read what he
Nah,
said.
dog. That ain't
Go ahead.
even what he said.
Go ahead. Go read it.
Gotta open this picture. Hold on. Loma is not in the mood right now. He doesn't have the motivation. That's the reason why he said he's taking it off. Because he
Yeah.
said he got the motivation.
Sure. So that's not a duck. A duck is somebody who
It is. Oh, how you say it's not?
definitely not.
He just
No
said
way.
he's not interested in
No
the fight.
way.
He didn't say nothing about no
Yo,
money.
there's-
He didn't say, look, dog, he said he ain't interested.
People put
I
on
don't want to
negotiations all the time.
He
A
said
duck
he don't want the fight.
it's when you have a duck is this. Let's clarify. A duck is when somebody has the opportunity to fight somebody, right? And he chooses to fight somebody lower tier. And
No.
Yeah.
Where did you add that last shit? No.
Yeah.
No, that's not the definition of a hold on.
if I say I want to fight right
Y'all
now,
hear
I want to
this
spend time
dude?
with my family.
Hold on,
Look
man.
at me,
Hold
I'm
on.
ducking
Stop.
you.
Bro, I'll
Because I'm
put you in
gonna
the
end up
back.
fighting next
Yeah, I
year.
got to put you in the back.
Go
I
ahead.
gotta put you in the back, bro.
Speak, brother. Go ahead.
Dog, that was some lion ass bullshit you just tried to pull.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, dog. You
Come
really
on,
think
man.
you're gonna get that past me? What
So,
you just
okay.
tried to do, how you
Okay.
said the definition of a duck is if that you have an opportunity to fight somebody and they don't fight you and they fight a lower tier guy. That's not the opportunity. That's not a duck. A duck is if you have an opportunity to fight a guy and you got a responsibility to fight the guy and you choose not to fight him. All of those requirements are in here with Gervonta Davis and Vasyl Lomachenko.
Okay.
There's
I
no
like this.
part
I like your
you go,
argument.
look,
So
you
let me
just
ask you
added.
something.
Hold on, dog.
That's
You
right.
just added that little. If you fight a lower opponent, dog, they all may be lower opponent. It's not that. It's not the opponent and who he chooses to fight. It's whether or not he takes that fight.
Great. Okay, I like
Period.
This. Let's
Whether he takes the fight.
go with that.
Period.
Let's go with that, right? So let's say
No,
me
let's
and
not.
you
Yeah, let's
negotiating.
completely go with that.
Yeah,
That's why your
let's say
argument.
me and you are negotiating, right? Let's say we're just negotiating.
We're not negotiating because this right here. No, this is. Are you going to take the fight or not? It's like chicken.
Let's
Nah, bro. It's like chicken. Like, hey, we about to fight, right? Yeah. We'll put your name on the dotted line.
Okay, the fight's okay. We're about to fight.
And then this guy didn't even get to. No, and Lomachenko didn't even get to the dotted line. Lomachenko said, "No, I don't want to fight you," and left.
Right, he said
That's a duck.
he doesn't want to do anything with his career this year
He
because he
didn't-
wants to spend time with his family.
No,
That's what he said, right?
Look, no,
So,
that's not what. No. That is some other shit he wants to do. I'm sure he would still want to do that whether or not he fought him or not. That's just a list of things he wants to do. Hey, man, but what he said was, no, I'm not motivated. I'm not motivated. Saying he's not motivated, if he was motivated, he may be able to pull off both. But he's not motivated. I'm not motivated.
But if to say he fights the next year, you can't call that a duck, though. If to say
hey, dog, that's a duck, dog.
I mean,
That's just a duck like a mug, bro. I just don't want you go ahead and you know it. You know that's what I'm saying. I had to say, hey, hold on, man, because dude, now I'm teaching class now to you.
I don't know, man.
Yes, I am. I'm teaching. Look. Don't jump up here. Your ass. The more I argue with you dudes, the more I realize that you guys jumping up here just to argue.
Nah, never.
So you pick a whack ass. You pick up a whack ass argument. Try to switch a rule up right in front of people's faces, like you're
the
like
rule of ducking. First off, he didn't have a responsibility to fight. There were
a lower tier opponent. Where did you get that from?
He doesn't have a responsibility to even fight Lomachenko.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
What's the responsibility at?
They're to unify the belts.
That's
It's a unified champion.
So if he doesn't fight Lomachenko, does that mean he gets stripped? No, there's no responsibility there. He offered to fight. He could offer. Tank could offer to Shakur.
Oh my God, dog! You don't have to have everything be a mandatory, genius. In order,
but
listen to this offer equally. Hold on, that equally bad fucking argument you just made. How can you say it's not a duck if you don't get stripped if you didn't fight him?
No, I didn't say that. I said it's not a responsibility. I never said
it is a responsibility.
It's not his responsibility. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to accept Tank's offer. I can't hear you, Fanon. Your mic's on mute. Either your mic's on mute or mine on mute. Who's on mute? Can somebody say? Fanon, can you hear me? Wait, maybe I'm on mute. Am I on mute or Fanon's on mute?
No, that was me. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got it. I must have a short in my thing. Dude, can you please explain to me? Hold on a sec. Let me change this mic. It's going to get on people's nerves.
Yeah, feel free, brother.
Oh, it's still on. It's still on.
I can hear you now, though, by the way.
Yeah. I just want to make sure the right was on. Look, here's a problem you just try to throw out there. You said that in that you don't have to do the fight if for unification fight. If you're not going to get stripped if you don't do it.
Right. So that's not a responsibility.
There's no two fights. There are no two fights for belts where somebody's going to get stripped for not fighting for them.
Right.
None.
So it's not a responsibility. So that's what I'm saying.
No, sir. Then there's nobody has a responsibility to fight anybody.
When you're mandatory, then you have responsibility. It's not
no. So you're telling me that Terrence Crawford did not have a responsibility to fight Errol Spence?
No, of course not. He didn't have responsibility. He offered to fight.
What the fuck? Hold on, stop.
Responsibility.
What? Do you have a responsibility to fight for a championship at all?
Do you have a responsibility? You should fight for a championship.
Do you have a responsibility to fight for a championship?
No, you don't have a responsibility. No, it's not a responsibility. So like you don't. So like he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to sign a fight with Tank. He's not. That's no.
Then nobody has a responsibility for anything
except the people that have mandatories. That's the responsibility.
You're saying no because you're just saying the only person. Only if you get stripped do you have a responsibility to fight somebody. Bro, stop.
So, no, if you
have do their responsibilities in boxing. I gotta throw you off. I gotta throw you off.
Go ahead.
Dude, there are people, boxers have responsibilities that are not in rule books.
So spoken word responsibilities.
Dude, it's just your responsibility as a fighter to fight. You never had the responsibility of ever fighting anybody.
Here, let me challenge that notion.
Listen to me, dude. Stop. No. That means no fighters without a belt can duck.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
Shut up. That's just stupid. You're trying to tell me that there's no ducking in boxing other than when you can get stripped. Guess what?
No, I just know it's not about ducking. Stop. That's a straw man. I'm not about ducking.
Listen,
responsibility.
Listen.
Yeah.
Responsibility to fight another man. You do not, what your positioning is that you do not have a responsibility to fight another fighter unless you can get stripped for doing so. No. If that's the case, then that means there's no ducking that can take place between fighters. Stop talking because you know you lost. Let it out my mouth because you know you lost.
Feel free to finish. I want to challenge.
So you know full well that means by your definition, your rule, there's no chance for anybody that is not a world champion, the other 99.9% of boxers in the world, none of them can duck.
No, I'm talking about responsibility. You use the term responsibility.
None of them can. Listen, tell me. Because you said that there is no responsibility. If there's no responsibility to fight somebody, then there's no ducking.
Two different things. Okay.
You gotta go, dog. Goodbye.
Let me land.
You like to argue to hear yourself fucking argue. Okay. Ja, what's up? Can you hear me, Ja?
Oh, hello. What's up?
Hey, Ja. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Peace and blessings.
Yeah, what's good, man?
It's off topic, but I heard you say something the other day, and I wanted to get your perspective. 'Cause I'm interested. You had said that you I think you said I'm a little suspect about a grown man that's into like animation or something.
No, I was just joking, man. My son's in animation. He's a grown man.
Okay, I just wanted to get your perspective on that. But
Nah, I was just joking. I was just cracking a joke, man. I mean, that's an art form that people find entertaining. I don't. It's like comic books, like people that really like comic books. So, no, I mean, I appreciate the art form. I know it's a legitimate art form that a lot of people really enjoy. My daughter likes anime type stuff. My son likes the anime type stuff. It's just nothing. I mean, it's not something that I like a tremendous amount. Even though I think there is one or two that I've shown. But yeah. No, I don't have a problem with anime at all.
no doubt. Far as like on topic, I mean, I feel like Shakur about to get exposed for like all the trash talking he do versus Tank. But I hope he step up and take the fight. But I don't know how we could maybe put some pressure on him to take it after everything that's been said. Like, and now that the Loma fight ain't happening. No, I don't have a problem with no phenomenal show said I ain't like what you said about the anime. I don't have a problem with it. I just want to know. I'm interested.
No, he's talking to me.
Oh, okay.
He's not talking to you. He's talking to me. He's saying that I had that he had a problem with it because phenomenal show likes anime, dude. I know a lot of people like anime.
Nah,
I'm not into it, but shit, that shit's dope. I mean, I understand why people like it. My son buys anime books, man. Like, yeah, that should be dope. I look in there. I look into it. I'll be like, oh man, that shit. But I just not anything that I'm not really into. But nah, dude. I mean, a matter of fact, everybody that I know is really into anime are really intelligent people. Like, I mean, because it's number one, it's non-traditional. It's not what we keep getting fed to us every day. So it's from a different culture. And it's just, and it's very beautiful. And the artwork is very beautiful. The action is good. I mean, it's communicated in a good way. I mean, it's legitimate. It's a legitimate art form, man. It's like it's kind of like roller skating, though, for me. Like the same people being anime, I would think would be jumping on a skateboard or some shit, smoking weed, jumping on a skateboard. You know what I mean? But no, it's all good, man. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. No joke, I really do. Hey, I got Dean right behind you, though, Ja.
All right. Peace and blessings.
All right, brother, get back, man. Enjoy your anime, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. Do that.
I know.
Hey, I like Harry fucking Potter. Hey, I'm a Harry Potter fan. So who am I going to be talking about somebody about anime, dog? I rocks with Harry Potter.
I just wanted to get your perspective on it. Like, I love anime. Ain't nothing going to change that for me. But I like you too, and I got love for you too. So I wanted to know your perspective on it. That's all.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Dean versus Boxing Hacker, yeah. All right, man.
All right.
Get back, bro. All right, we can have a battle debate, dog. We can have a battle if Boxing Hacker want to get back on with Dean. I'll let y'all do. Hold on one second, Dean. Let me get Marcus Bridges. What's up, Marcus Bridges?
Hey, Fanon, how you doing?
I'm well, sir. How are you, man?
Doing good. I usually like to listen to what Hacker has to say, but I can't listen to this buffoonery what he's talking about. It's driving me crazy. He's talking about Loma didn't duck. That's a duck like no other.
Yes, sir. Hey, I think so, man.
All right.
I just honestly, I was in between until Boxing Hacker made that dumbass argument. Then I was like, damn, this dude did duck. Damn.
I know, man.
That's a lot of D. I was like, damn, this dude did duck. Damn.
Like no other. Can I say one more? Can I? Am I allowed to say a cuss word?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Ryan beat the shit out of Devin Haney.
That's not a cuss word.
Ryan beat the fuck out of Devin Haney.
Hey, shit is something that actually exists.
All right. I'm on that southpaw time, and it's time to keep Devin Haney down. I'm out of here. Have a good day.
Yes, sir. All right, brother. Get back, Marcus Bridges. That's funny, man. Hold on, man. Let me get my guy out of here. Hold on. All right, man. Get back. Come back again, bro. Phenomenal Snoop said, sponsoring the Boxing Hacker versus Dean today. Hey, man. Look, if y'all would sponsor debate, we can do this on a regular basis, bro. I can give some of the proceeds to the winner. But that's almost like giving a regular salary to Deem if they keep doing that shit with him, Boxing Hacker.
You got to pay me. You got to cash me out a lot on these fools.
Hey, what's on your mind, dog? What's on your mind, bro?
See, this is why if you watch Rush Hour, what Jackie Chan say? I let people talk who like to talk because you get to see how full of shit they are. Hey, Fanon, for the last 2 years, we've heard send a contract, right? Boxing Hacker talking about responsibility. Boxing Hacker, the same guy that told me it's Tank responsibility to send a contract to Devin Haney. So he do understand responsibility. Tank's the A side. Have you ever heard that before? Gervonta Davis is the A side. It's his job to make the fight happen. So if you Loma and you want undisputed, Loma said that's what he wanted. Loma was crying in the back and petitioned to refight Devin Haney. That actually happened. They asked Loma his goals. Loma said, I want to be undisputed at 135. Well, it's somebody you got to go through to make that happen. But at the end of the day, Gervonta, the face of boxing, Gervonta Davis sent this man a contract. They was in negotiations. He dipped out of negotiations for a unification fight. The most money he would ever make. That is a duck. Because then, Fanon, if it's not a duck, then I don't want to hear Gervonta Davis in the contract no more. Then that argument, y'all can't use that no more. That has to go. Because now you're going to say, because then they use that argument, Fanon, to say Gervonta is ducking. They say, well, he ain't sent a contract, so Tank ducking. We've all heard this. Well, if Tank sends you the contract, the face of boxing, for a unification bout, on your way to undisputed, for the most money you've ever made, please tell me what you're not in the mood for. See, what Boxer Hacker is confusing. We don't care what Loma's in the mood for. Loma is a fighter that said this is what he wanted. What his reason is for not taking it, I could care less. Unless somebody is in the hospital or something like that. And then the other thing, Fanon, he's saying, well, if he fight him later. Loma didn't say that in the statement. He didn't say, I'm taking off this year and we're going to make sure that next year we fight Gervonta Davis. That's my next action. If Loma really felt that way, Fanon, his manager would have said it. He said he's not doing nothing, leaving it open-ended.
Hey, hold on one second, man. Hold on one second, Deem, because are you okay for Boxing Hacker?
Oh, yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind at all.
Okay, so let me put you in the back real fast, and then I'm going to bring up Kamal Oz, and then I'll bring you guys both up at the same time because people are sponsoring this, man. But you guys, you Negroes is on the clock.
Well, tell them they can get this smoke. You already know.
Yeah, let me come on. Hey, Boxing Hacker say you can get this smoke. All right, man. So we on the 10-minute clock, dog. We trying to buy a new studio, dog. We trying to buy a new studio. All right. That's not true. I'm lying about that. No, I'm not. But for the sake of cracking jokes, yeah, man, for real. Come on, what up, man?
Hey, Fadad, I sponsored. I sent in my $10 super chat earlier.
Oh, there you go. All right, well, we on. That's 20 bones dedicated to this argument. Yes, sir. So what's on? What's going on?
Hey, just like I sent you that proof yesterday of Tank never ducking Lomachenko, I did send you that email where it said that proved Boxing Voice, the Boxing Voice podcast, had the report that Zepeda was named Tank's mandatory. I think it was in April. So he was the first one. My point is this, man. Loma could play himself because Baranchuk, what I was saying earlier, that super chat, is Baranchuk has a WBO. The WBO is owned by Top Rank. So Zepeda may not be named the WBO mandatory if Bob Arum calls up Paco and says, hey, don't name him the mandatory. So he may end up fighting, Baranchuk could end up fighting Keyshawn Davis or Muratalla, one of those in-house top-ranked fights. And then Shakur, Zepeda, I don't think is going to happen. And I'm not sure Oscar will be keen on making Zepeda versus Tank because Tank beats Zepeda, beats him up, knocks him out. How marketable is Zepeda after that? So what does that leave? It leaves the IBF, which Zepeda was already named the mandatory for. And I think Zepeda is all wrong for Lomachenko because Zepeda is a volume puncher. Loma has proven to be vulnerable against volume punchers. And I just think that Loma could play himself and not get the big money fight with Tank and then be forced to fight Zepeda lose and in a fight that doesn't make him a lot of money. That's what my point was with that super chat, because it didn't seem like you really, maybe I poorly phrased it, but that was my point.
I worked around and got it. Yeah, it's just, yeah, the subject was at the end and not the beginning. So it kind of threw me off reading it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So what I'm saying is this, and I'm not saying I think Tank would take the Shakur fight tomorrow. My whole point is I don't think Shakur would take the fight, just like Phoenix the Assassin was saying. I don't think that he would take that fight next because he would want to, milk a few cows beforehand and then fight Tank. He fights Tank and loses. What's the incentive for people to sign him? Same thing with Zepeda. Would Golden Boy want to put him in with Tank before Zepeda has a title and it's a unification and it's a bigger money fight? That's my point. But I did send you those emails proving that Tank never ducked Loma. Ellie reporting said that, and then the boxing voice name.
Hold on one second, because I had it already. I mean, I kind of anticipated this. So give me 1 second so people can know what you're talking about.
I'm an almanac fanat. Got all the receipts.
This is Phoenix gave it to me too, but this was talking about.
Is there a guy that you would know that is that name with you? I mean, to me, it seems like Gervonta Davis.
So I always said I'm open for the fight, but boxing politics. We have different promoters.
One potential opponent is Gervonta Davis, the new champion at 130. Would you want to fight him then if it came up?
I don't know. For me, he is not interesting because for what? For what? Money?
Big money?
Do you want me to throw out the video? No. Now when I move up at 135, now he want to fight with me, and I read he want to fight only on pay-per-view. Hey, what are you talking about? You never has a main event. You fight only co-main event. What are you talking about? Какой это будет, как сказать, какой pay-per-view?
Is there a guy that you would that is that name with you? I mean, to me, it seems like Gervonta Davis.
So I always said I'm open for the fight, but boxing politics. We have different promoters.
One potential opponent is Gervonta Davis, the new champion at 130. Would you want to fight him next if it came up?
I don't know. For me, he is not interesting because for what? For what? Money?
Big money?
Do you want me to throw out the video? No. Now when I
there you go. That's what he was talking about, man. From the Ellie Setback put up.
I'll get off now for now. I just wanted to make sure that you saw those two. I sent you two videos yesterday on from ES News proving the Tank never ducked Loma. Two separate times Ellie interviewed their camp, and Loma didn't want it. So somebody was tweeting years ago, probably wasn't Loma, about Tank, but the reality was different. And then, yes, Zepeda was named Tank's mandatory before any of these fights coming up. But Loma, your duck move could be your undoing because you could fight Zepeda. That's a bad matchup for you for a pennies on the dollar. With that, I'm out. Thank you.
All right, brother. Get back, man. Thank you. Keith Knowles said, I'll definitely sponsor that. This is getting interesting. Avery 81st said, if you're not motivated, retire. Simple. And I am. His hands down said, I sponsor Deem and Frequent Flyer. Well, here we go. He wants Deem and Frequent Flyer. Oh, okay, for sure, handstand, yeah. Deem, or let's Deem. If I don't know where, I can't promise Frequent Flyer. He a duck artist, but Deem is right.
Deem, what's up, brother?
What's up, Mr. Hacker?
Yeah, pretty good. Hey, before we start, hey, that video Kamal posted, that last video is edited. There's a part that's missing from there, by the way.
That's not. Hey, by the way, that was not from him. My guy. It was not from Kamal.
Yeah,
that was from somebody else.
Yeah, it's
Loma
edited.
Words wasn't edited though.
No, it was because in the middle he said that when him and Tank both were at 130, Tank could have made that fight then.
That's not what he said.
He did. So if you go back,
that's not what he said. He said why. He asked the question.
Yeah, he posed the question. Yeah, you're right.
Then why don't you just say what he actually said and don't say he said shit he didn't say?
Okay, let me not.
Okay, that's why I'm saying you're not. I'm just before you guys go and talk about what you're talking about.
It was. Let's continue,
Doug. Before you start talking about what you're talking about, so I don't have to break in the middle of it and tell you this.
Yeah,
bro, your facts are not acceptable on this channel at face value, dog.
Okay, I don't mind.
You have long given up. You and the Thanos clan have long lost your ability to say a fact and not have it immediately get checked.
As long as it's impartial, I'm cool.
Dog, all I can tell you is if you don't make up no facts and make it extra work to sit over here.
Hey, okay? I don't mind.
You did no facts, no, just like you just said what he said, and then I ain't what he said.
But my original statement was true. It was edited, right? There's part
but your original, no, I don't want to but your original statement was true. I want all your statements to be true. All. I shouldn't have to be like, stop, pause, that's not right. Now it's crazy that I have to admonish you about this specifically. Now, before you guys have your argument, please do not send me all down the mulberry bush having to correct words you put in people's heads that are listening. Not just us three. There's another 500 plus people listening. And I don't want people walking away with misinformation, man.
Hey, I'm cool. As long as it's impartial. Are you going to be the impartial?
Facts are not, there's nothing more impartial than a fact.
As long as it's impartial, that's all. We both get a fair shot, right?
Fair shot at what? Dean, will you agree not to lie?
No, you already know.
Dean, will you promise?
I know you guys are like teammates, and I'm like the lone wolf.
No, that has nothing to do with the lies.
Okay, no problem. Let's continue.
Okay, it's called Team TSA. Cool. Yes, this is called Team Tell a Damn Truth.
Yo, that's the only team we are part of. Team Honesty and consistency.
Team Honesty. Okay,
team tell a
no fallacies or anything, right, Dean?
Well, no, we're not making an argument. This is not a point of argument. This is a point of fact.
Okay,
do not say some shit that ain't true, and we have to correct you, dog. I don't want to spend a lot of time. Now I know you're going to do it every once in a while.
Same though. Look, he can't make a notion that isn't true, right?
A notion that isn't true.
He can make a statement that isn't true. He can't say something that isn't true, right? He can't just.
Nigga, don't lie. Nobody here is supposed to lie.
Yeah, nobody like. Okay,
Dean.
Yes, sir.
Dean, don't lie.
No problem.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
All right, man. So go ahead now, Dean. You speak first because that was a lot of energy, dog. So the fact that I have to scold you like that ahead of time, dog.
My thing is, Boxing Hacker, you talking about he doesn't have a responsibility, but you the same guy that told me when we was over there on Knockout Channel, you the same guy that told me it's Gervonta Davis' responsibility because he's the A-side to send contracts to Devin and them to make the fight happen. That was your words. So that means I understand responsibility. Am I lying or is that true?
Okay, to start off, we just said that we'll speak facts, right? So what I said in the past about anything else is not relevant to what we're talking to right now.
That's what we talk about.
So now you're creating like ad hominem against me, right? You're trying to.
No, I'm not. I'm using your words.
That's what it is. Like no, just so you see. Remember, please, Phenom.
Dog, you gotta stop talking over each other, dog. Okay, Boxing Hacker. You have to stop talking over each other. If you ask your question, bro, answer the question.
Right? Directing a question to me just to square one.
It does not. Directing a question to you does not give you license to not answer the question and go talk about some other shit for 15 minutes. Just answer the question.
Fernando only brought up responsibility because that was his argument about.
I got you. Boxing Hacker, just answer the question and just answer the question.
Yeah. So it's not related to the topic. That's my answer.
Answer the question. Did you say that or not? Did you tell me, Dave?
It's not related to the topic.
I just want to know, is that true or not? Because we said we speaking truth. Is that true or not?
It's not relevant to the
topic. All right, y'all. So y'all know
it is because it is very relevant.
How's it relevant?
Let me tell you why I find it relevant, which is why you need to answer the question.
Okay.
It's because he said, what was the responsibility that you listed, Dean?
He said, Boxing Hacker told me that it is Tank's responsibility to send contracts because he's the A side, he's the man in the boxing. It's his responsibility to make these fights happen. That's something he told me personally.
And Boxing
I
Hacker,
told you this personally. Okay, I like this.
did you tell?
Yes. You went mute again, Fnal.
Did you answer? Did you answer? Just answer his question.
No, I don't remember telling him that personally. Sorry.
Okay. You don't remember saying that. We could go get knockout boxing because it was on his channel. If you ever want
anybody, okay, man.
But
anybody want to fact check me on that, that's all. But go ahead, Boxing Hacker.
So yeah, I don't know your original motion, what motion you try and patch. But here's the thing, though, right? For us to call Lomachenko a duck, we need to know what he's doing next. If he's going to like move up to fight somebody different, if he's going to fight somebody, like I said, somebody lower tier, somebody else, we can sort of call it like a duck. Okay, he's ducking this guy to do something else. However, because we don't know what he's doing, all he said was, hey, I'm not going to do anything this year. I'm literally going to take a, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do at the end of the year. So we don't know what's going to happen. He can very well fight Tank Davis next year, And I equate this to the same thing that happened with Devin Haney. Him and Devin Haney was supposed to fight. They tried to do it. Lomachenko kept pushing back the date. Remember this, Dean. He did try to push back the date. He even asked for a tune-up. Devin Haney quoted on it. I never say he ducked. Most people didn't say he ducked. He just pushed back the date. If right now doesn't work for Lomachenko, he says he's going to do it later, it's fine. And furthermore, let's clarify something else. This doesn't go against his original statement after the Kambosos fight, where he said, well, let me not quote because I don't want it to be flagged for not being factual. Well, he alluded to that he doesn't know what he's doing this year. So it doesn't actually go against what he said originally. So this is where I'm at with it. That I understand people want to say he's a duck, call him a duck quickly. But until we know what happens, we don't know.
Okay, it's my turn.
Feel free.
Okay, Boxing Hacker, you keep talking about what we don't know. What we do know is that he agreed to he was in negotiations with Gervonta Davis. That's what we do know. What we do know is he just fought George Kambosos and it was perfectly in the mood to fight him. So maybe it's just a big coincidence that now it's your biggest legacy fight, the most credit, Gervonta Davis, the biggest money. Oh yeah, Boxing Hacker, we do know that Lomachenko wants to be undisputed. So while I could call it a duck, is because you was in negotiations. Nobody told Loma he had to go in negotiations with Gervonta Davis. See, this is the thing about men. You're held accountable for your decisions. Are you allowed to change your mind? Absolutely, you're allowed to change your mind. But what you can't do is be mad at people who be like, dag, bro, you said you was going to do something for me and you ain't do it. He didn't have to get his team involved with. Do you know how hard it is to get Top Rank to talk to PBC, especially when the Top Rank fighter is the B side to actually get the ball rolling? He got Bob Arum on it on the whole nine. That's just difficult in itself. So when you leave negotiations, it doesn't matter what your next move is after that. All we know for sure is it was widely reported you were supposed to fight Gervonta in November for a unification bout. And you didn't even give a good excuse. You just said you're not in the mood. Well, if that's the case, then Gervonta Davis can never duck anybody. All he got to do is say, I'm not in the mood. That's all he got to do, because people call Gervonta ducks all the time without knowing what he's going to do next. So listen, y'all, you can't call nobody a duck if you don't know what they doing next. That's a sorry excuse. What I do know that Loma's doing next is taking off for the rest of the year. That's all we actually know. All his hypotheticals, I don't know what's going to happen 6 months from now. But what I do know is right now, Lomachenko said he's not fighting Gervonta Davis. And he's not giving a good enough reason to the mass public for doing it. I'll land right there.
Okay, great. So just to clarify again, I'm not saying it wasn't difficult to make the fight negotiations between Top Rank and Team Gervonta Davis. That was never in question. The question is whether he ducked or not. And regardless of how hard it was, it doesn't change the fact that we don't know what Lomachenko is going to do next. You understand? yes, you can consider somebody a duck. And let's be clear. The term duck is a very loose term because it may differ from like person to person, you know. But in my opinion, you can consider somebody a duck if to say that person does something. Let's say like let's say Tank and Shakur are supposed to fight, and Tank pulls out a negotiation and then says, "I'm gonna fight Zepeda," you know, and just completely pulls out the negotiation. I would consider that a duck, you know. I know other people would probably consider that a duck, but because we don't know what Lomachenko is going to do next, because Lomachenko could very well keep to his word and say, "Hey, I'm ready to fight, and I want to fight the champion. I want to fight Tank," you know. He may, and then it will just be like, "Hey, they just push a date back." So that's the problem there.
Boxing Hacker, the problem is with that is that you're putting too many hypotheticals in. Gervonta could get hurt his next fight.
Pause 1 second. Keith Nolan 2211 said this $5 is to point out that Boxing Hacker does not know the definition of ad hominem.
Let me define for him. Can I define for him, please?
Yeah, sure, but it's not the definition that matters. It's your usage, and it sucks.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So ad hominem is when somebody attacks you instead of the argument to sort of discredit you and indirectly discredit your argument for what you're arguing for. So they used to call it like burning the witch argument, where you're attacking the speaker, but instead of attacking the argument at hand. So that's what ad hominem is.
Boxing Hacker is not an ad
hominem. But
go ahead.
I'm sorry, but just on the tactical point, thank you very much, Keith Nolan. Let's not get this.
And the reason why I said team,
I'm going to respond to this statement and say Keith Nolan is 100% right, and we've already talked to and tried to work through Boxing Hacker's ad hominem handicap.
That is the definition.
That although he can read words on a piece of paper, know exactly what they say, but have no clue whatsoever how to fucking use them.
Let me explain why I said
no. We are not going to allow you to do that because it got sponsored for 5 minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
But we got to get Deem. It's Deem's talking point, so we're going to keep it closer because I'm trying to get good. I don't mind listening to y'all debate. This is fun. Please sponsor the channel debate. Maybe we can do them on Sundays, but you know, we got to keep it focused a little bit because I get annoyed when shit gets 5 miles to the left. But thank you, Keith Nolan. You were saying, Deem?
Boxing Hacker, the reason why you can't use that logic, because you never know what's going to happen. Lomachenko is not a fortune teller. Gervonta Davis could get hurt in his next fight. Lomachenko could get hurt while he's visiting his family. You don't know what's going to happen. So just to put that out there like, well, we don't know if the earth going to come to an end tomorrow. That's a terrible argument. And you can't base life off of, well, I don't know what's going to happen. I could go get in a car wreck. So let me not go to work today, hop in my car and go to work. Yeah, it's a possibility he could fight Gervonta Davis, but you know it would have made your argument much better, Boxing Hacker. Lomachenko manager could have said that. Lomachenko know who everybody was talking about him fighting. You know what he could have did, Boxing Hacker, since we talking about what ifs? Hey, y'all, Lomachenko is stepped out of negotiations. He's not ready to fight until next year. But we're not looking past nobody else but Gervonta Davis. We only want Tank when we do return. He could have easily said that and put all of this to rest. And I got a question for you, Boxing Hacker. If Gervonta Davis is the A side, and y'all say it's his responsibility to make the fights because he's the face of boxing. If the face of boxing sends you a contract and he's free, you free, but you turn it down, that's not a duck? If David Benavidez turns down a Canelo Alvarez contract after all the stuff that he's been saying about Canelo, he's selling Canelo duck shirts right now. If Canelo sends him a contract and go in negotiations and David Benavidez says he's not in the mood, that he's not a duck?
Are you done? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, awesome. Okay.
I'm sorry, Doug. Give me a second, man. T. Orlando's being an obnoxious lawyer, or not is redundant. Can he just say whether? No, I don't suspect that the dude is writing a brief. Judge, okay, you know what the hell he's saying, dog. Listen to that shit twice. Anyway, go. Were you passing the? Where were we at, Dean?
I'm passing it to Boxing Hacker. I just wanted to because he might have lost.
Yeah. Okay.
If
Awesome.
Canelo Alvarez.
Fanon said, hold on a second. Hold on, let me get this one real quick. Fanon, this $10 is to find Boxing Hacker guilty. Bang the gavel, give him 25 years to 50 years in a random corner somewhere. Salute for the
love you guys too, man.
Conversation the other day with Shakur and Coach Kenny. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. But go ahead, man, y'all. Go ahead, y'all.
Yeah,
Boxing Hacker, did you watch Shakur up here with Fanon and Coach Kenny, right?
Yeah.
If Gervonta Davis actually sends Shakur a contract after all the stuff Shakur been saying, and he says he's not in the mood, he's not a duck?
So here's the thing, though. Okay,
I just want a yes or no answer to that. That's all. Then you
so it depends what he does next. So that's my whole thing. So like, if Shakur has a reason for, let's say, okay, I need to spend, my daughter's sick, I need to spend time for her, I can't negotiate right now. Fine. If he has a reason, you can't call it because you don't know.
My daughter's sick.
Boxing Hacker, Loma reason was he's not in the mood. Don't use other reasons.
I'll give you this.
Hold on, Doug. Let me come in here a second, okay? Stop it, bro. But I'm sorry, Boxing Hacker. God, dog, stop. But I won't get into the middle of the argument. Go ahead, Dean.
No, I'm just telling Boxing Hacker, don't use other hypotheticals.
But that's what we're doing, right?
He's not in the mood. I asked you, Shakur, after all he said.
Yeah, but that's a hypothetical too. So you can't say me not to use a hypothetical when you yourself is creating a hypothetical.
I'm going off of what Lomachenko actually said and putting Shakur and David Benavidez in the same
those are
situation.
hypotheticals. I'm not denying that's what you're doing. I'm saying those are hypotheticals as well. Okay. Here's the thing, Dean. Here's the thing. It's like this, and I'm gonna create just a hypothetical, including nobody. If I say, "Hey, Dean, let's go ride bikes today," right? And you say, I'm not in the mood to ride bikes. I'm feeling depressed. I won't know what to do until like a couple weeks from now. I'm not gonna jump to conclusions and be like, Dean's scared to ride bikes with me. No,
but guess what? If I was banging down your door every day calling you, saying, Boxing Hacker, let's ride bikes, you scared to race me. And then you say, okay, Dean, let's ride bikes today. And then I say I'm free. You call me and say, Dean, you got anything to do? No, I'm free. I ain't got nothing to do. Is you in the mood to ride bikes? Yes, I'm in the mood. Okay, well, I challenge you to a race. Never mind, I'm not in the mood. Forget everything I said.
Yeah, you said, hey, unless you look. So here's the thing. You made an interesting comment earlier, right? You said just because we don't know what to do doesn't mean that we can't say it though. Right, but the problem is because we don't know what he's going to do next. We can't just jump to conclusions and say he's ducking. We can't just jump to conclusions.
We do know what he's doing. Boxing
we don't know what he's going to do, so we can't just jump to conclusion. He might have a valid reason why he just doesn't want to negotiate. We don't know. He might still be negotiating. We really don't know until it's finalized and he does something next. And I'm down, Dean. I'm 100% down for you. If Lomachenko decides to fight somebody else, I'm 100%. I'll be with I'll change my name. What's your name? Dean the Great. I'll be Dean the Great spy kick and be like, by any means. Lomachenko's ducking. Yeah, I will be with you. But the problem is that we don't know what's happening next. So therefore, we can't just jump to a conclusion if we don't know what's about to happen. So that's where I'm at with it.
Or can I say this to you, Boxing Hacker? I hear where you're coming from. I don't agree at all because Lomachenko said he wanted undisputed. In order to get that, you have to face Gervonta Davis.
I love you said that.
But hold on, Boxing Hacker.
Finish.
In order for you to get that, you have to go through Gervonta Davis. You keep talking about we don't know what he's doing next. We do know what he's doing next. He's not fighting until next year. And you don't know who that opponent is. So your logic, what if? We don't even know if the opponents he want gonna be healthy next year. How you know Williams Zepeda ain't gonna get hurt? How you know Shakur Stevenson ain't gonna come out the socket? How you know Gervonta Davis ain't gonna get hurt in training where that won't even be an option? This is why you got to take opportunities while you can. This is why adults and grown-ups and people that your elders tell you don't waste opportunities. Because Loma don't know none of that stuff. Loma is not a fortune teller. All we know, Boxing Hacker, is that he's turned down his biggest opportunity that y'all said is Gervonta Davis' responsibility to make happen. All Gervonta Davis can do is what y'all asked him to do. Now, and now that Loma said no, it's all okay. Y'all would not give David Benavidez that grease. If the roles was reversed and Gervonta Davis said he wasn't in the mood, Boxing Hacker, be honest. You know the boxing community would not give Gervonta Davis that grease.
Okay.
You can go ahead.
Done? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, hold on one second. That's a good break. Let's be honest. Boxing Hacker don't know shit about boxing. All my money on Dean.
You gotta lose all your money, buddy.
True McFadden. Shout out to True McFadden, man. What's up, man? Thank you again, brother. Hey, good to see you on the show, bro. A1HZ, the winning team, said breaking news: the glove does fit. Boxing Hacker has been found guilty and therefore being sent back to Delusionalville and is no longer allowed back into reality. His privileges are revoked and banned for life. I agree 100%.
They love you, D. They love you. But hey, check this out, team. So to start back with your original comment about Lomachenko's, whole motive to become undisputed, I agree with you 100%. Now the problem here is this: because we don't know what he's doing next. This has been my argument from the beginning. We don't know if he's going against that motive, do we? Like, because we don't know what's happening next. We don't know.
Boxing Hacker, he just turned down a unification fight. We do know. He literally
turned it down, but he said that he's not doing anything for this year. He just fought. Remember that. So he can still fight next year and go for the titles. Therefore, he's still on track for becoming undisputed if he does that. Like I said before, because we don't know what his reality, we can't just jump to that conclusion. This has been my argument from the beginning. And you keep coming with these
Boxing Hacker, you don't know his reality neither, so you can't keep jumping to the conclusion that he's not ducking. You don't know that he's not ducking.
I agree. I love that. I love
that.
If
you agree, then what we talk about? If you agree, then what we talk about?
We can't just fall to a reality. We can't fall either way. We can't say he's ducking or not. We don't know.
Hold on, Boxing. Can I ask you one question calmly? Yeah. If you telling me, Dean, we don't know who he gonna fight next, we don't know what he gonna do. Is it not feasible for me to say, okay, until he proves otherwise, this is the result? You don't know that he's not ducking, Boxing Hacker.
So guilty until he's proven innocent. Is that your argument?
No, Boxing Hacker. He's already made himself guilty because he stepped away from negotiations. He never, Boxing Hacker. He never had to get in negotiations at all. We wouldn't even be having this conversation. Nobody told Loma.
So it's sort of like what happened with Frank and Shakur, right? Because people were saying the same thing. They said, well, if Frank goes to fight Tank next, it's not a duck. But people wanted to know what Frank was going to do next.
But Boxing Hacker, that's not the same thing because Loma is actually fighting Frank. It's not Loma.
Hey, hold on one second. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. True McFadden said Loma ducked plain and simple. At Deem got it on this one. And then A1HZ, the winning team, said this is for Fanon, the chat sanity. Ooh, listening to this guy dig his own grave 10 times over. He be digging and digging and digging. Come on, man. We ain't got nobody that's sponsoring for Boxing Hacker.
Hey, man, I'm a lone wolf, man.
Keith Nolan said, why wouldn't Loma and his team just say we like to fight Tank in the spring of summer of 2025 and not this November rather than this? I don't have motivation stuff because they know the future.
Boxing Hacker. My thing is the example.
I think it was with Boxing Hacker. I think it was with Boxing Hacker.
But like I said, I like what you're saying, D. I'm not disputing what you're saying. What I'm saying is this: because we do not know what Lomachenko is doing, we can't jump conclusions either way. And the thing is, people are trying to create a conclusion based on him saying, "Hey, I'm not ready to do anything this year."
You don't know that it's a. So I'm sorry, I got to ask a quick question.
Yes,
so you're saying that you don't think it is a duck
until he does something else? We need to know what he does.
No, like you don't know whether it's a duck or not. You're just saying it may be a duck, may not be a duck.
Right. So if to say he fights somebody of lower tier or he fights somebody else that doesn't have a title, I would consider it a duck. Because he was negotiating.
I'm talking about as of right now.
We can't make that claim because we don't know what he's doing next. That's my.
So you don't know that whether it's a duck or not.
Yeah, we can't make a claim.
But he could be right. It could be a duck.
You said what?
He could be.
But Dean could be right. It could be a duck.
Depending on
you're
what
saying. It
happens.
could be
Right.
done. But
Right now, we
I
don't have
got
the
it.
end of the we don't have the end of the equation.
I got it though. Seriously, let's work around to me just whooping your ass on this real fast. And then I'll let you guys go back again because I can't resist this because you keep saying things like this.
Feel free.
So if you don't know whether it is a duck or not, because you're waiting for some future action to take place, which may or may not take place, that's a contingency. So you're waiting for this contingent, and you're waiting for this contingent to vest. Lawyer speak. You're waiting for a contingency to vest before you're willing to say that it is a duck. So you don't similarly like somebody has to graduate from high school before they're given their inheritance from their great grandfather. So they get an inheritance from their billionaire great grandfather, but they only get it if they graduate. So that's what you call a contingency interest. You're saying that you have to have a contingency if it depends on whether they fight a lower person or not. If they fight a lower person, then it is a duck.
Right. It depends on what they do.
Therefore, I got that. I understand the whole concept.
Okay.
But you also with your comment is that it may be a duck. He may turn around and fight. He may turn around and fight Jojo Diaz.
Yeah.
And in that case, it is a duck. But so all you're saying right now is that you don't know if it is a duck or not.
I'm saying the claim can't be made until we know.
You're listen to me. You do not know what can't say the claim can't be made because the claim can't be made the other way around. You can't claim that it's not a duck.
Yeah.
If he can't claim that it is one because of a contingency.
Right. Okay.
So therefore, you have no argument, but it could be. Just like it may not be, it also could be.
Yep.
So it could be a duck. It could be a duck.
It could not be too.
But boxing hacker, the only thing.
Hold on 1 second, Dean.
Okay.
Answer the question. This is why. Listen, and I'm gonna let Dean go. And you don't have to answer my question.
Okay, feel free.
This is what irritates me about you. You know full well what I'm saying is logically sound.
Yes, I do know what you're saying.
But you won't let it out of your mouth that this could be a duck. It could be a duck.
I said depending on what happens next.
See, there you go. No, I just want you to hear that it could be a duck.
The possibilities are there. But we don't know. We can't.
But you don't know the other way.
There's 50-50.
But you know what you don't know, what we know for sure?
What?
That if Vasyl Lomachenko is either going to or not going to.
Yeah.
We know that for sure, that he's going to either do it or not do it.
Sure.
That's the only thing that you're saying we know for sure is that he could do it or he could not do it, which don't mean shit for anybody. Okay. That's just some bullshit. Yeah, we don't know. You can never make a decision to base anything based off the fact that it's a contingency.
Absolutely.
Dude, this shit is a bullshit ass argument at its fucking core.
No, it's not. So
yes, it is.
He's saying
yes, it is because what you're doing is you're arguing again, argumentum ad ignorantium. You are saying because we don't know a fact, that you can't support your argument. It's not true. That's just a variation of it. You're saying that because he could be fighting who? Because he could fight Shakur. That's not a duck of Gervonta. If he chooses to fight Shakur, then that means that this was never a duck because next November he decides to fight Shakur. Even though that could still be argued to be a lesser opponent.
I was just about to say that.
So, but anyway, look, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to let you listen. Yeah. I'm going to let you argue with Dean, but because honestly, you just want to go through the technique of the argument.
I don't understand your conclusion.
That's what you're doing. You can talk to Dean.
Okay,
but dude, be more careful with the shit that you say.
No, because
stop. It's there lie. Listen.
Yeah.
In there lies the poison. Because people don't just listen to your conclusion, they listen to your logic. And if you lay something out that's logically fucking unsound.
It's sound.
It's sound. It's not sound as shit.
Okay.
That you have to have a contingency in place.
There's no proof that God doesn't exist. Therefore, he exists.
Dude, if you don't get the fuck up.
Oh, you wilding right now.
Because will you get the fuck up out of here? You just want to argue to fucking argue. Get back to shit reality. No, I'm not getting into that. There's no argument that God exists or does not exist.
But
God can exist and not exist. What about both? What about God existing and not existing? That's again, it's a fucking false dichotomy, bro. Why don't you do something for my sanity fucking with you?
Yeah.
Make an argument that you actually believe. Not some shit you're trying to fucking manipulate to defend.
I thought we're being impartial here.
You're
like the impartial judge.
Bro, you will wiggle your ass. You will wiggle your ass in an argument all the way from did Lomachenko duck Gervonta Davis to whether or not God exists.
Because you just argue about
dude, you drag seriously, you drag a fucking argument so fucking far. You stretch an argument so fucking far and throw in so many assumptions.
I'm not.
Many assumptions. He doesn't do it. Okay. He doesn't do it because he's not trying to be cute.
Boxing Hacker, the only thing we do know, Boxing Hacker.
It's on Dean. It's on
Boxing Hacker.
Yes.
The only thing we do know, you're talking about what ifs. The only thing we do know is that he could afford Gervonta Davis and chose not to. I'm not going off of hypotheticals. The only thing we do know, it don't matter the reason why he don't want to fight the man. You want to argue the reason. I'm not here to argue his reasons. I don't know Lomachenko, and you don't neither. So you don't know what he got planned or why he did it or what. All you can go off of is what his manager said and what we know was widely reported. Oh, yeah, Boxing Hacker, his manager never denied that they wasn't in negotiations neither. What we do know is a Gervonta Davis fight was on the table for unification, for credit, for legacy, his biggest bag, and he said no. Anything else that's going to happen a year and a half from now, I don't care. I'm talking about now because the whole thing, Boxing Hacker, and you can't deny this part, everybody says it's Gervonta Davis' responsibility to make the fights happen, for him to send the contract. He did that. Now, if the fighter he sends the contract to that says he wants what Gervonta Davis has and he's available, he ain't got an injury or nothing. If he says no, he is ducking. If David Benavidez get offered a fight from Canelo and he says no after everything he's put out to the public, he is ducking.
Okay, I like that. So is it my turn? D pass the mic?
Go ahead, just go ahead.
This guy. Hey, look, all that sounds good. I don't. Okay. I'll even go back to the God argument. Just because we don't know something doesn't mean the opposite becomes true, you know? So, like, if we don't know just because we don't know what Lomachenko is doing next, doesn't mean he's clearly ducking. And I've been trying to...
But we do know that he turned down the fight, though, right? We do know that, right?
Yes.
All right,
know,
stay there, Boxing Hacker. Boxing Hacker,
wait.
you keep going off about what you don't know he going to do. Let's talk about what we know he did. What he did was he was in negotiations.
Dean, I like this because the mic's on me anyway.
Go ahead, Boxing.
So wait, are you saying turning down a fight is equivalent to ducking at any cost? Like if anytime somebody turns
what
down
I am
fight,
saying to you is that when you have the cash cows, De La Hoya back in the day, Canelo Alvarez, Gervonta Davis, and Canelo right now, if you are a David Benavidez or a Shakur Stevenson or a Lomachenko, after y'all was doing the public talking, Canelo and Gervonta ain't out here talking about this, that, and the third, because they're the guy already. They already number one. They said they wanted to fight those guys. If Canelo sends David Benavidez a contract, and David Benavidez says no, I need to know, Boxing Hacker, is David Benavidez ducking or not?
So before you do that, please answer my question, right?
Oh my God!
So, hold on a second.
Hold on, question first, right?
Hold on a second.
Mike's on me. Dean the Great. Go ahead, please.
Hold on, please. This is for Boxing Hacker. A1HZ, the winning team, man. You've been holding it down. Said this is for Boxing Hacker to hang it up forever. Please stop killing my brain cells with this nonsense. This sounds as bad as Stephen A. Smith boxing skills. Take the L out of Lover. This is over,
Oh my
brother.
God.
What's going on, Phoenix the Assassin? You gonna be here for a minute or what up? Or you just let me?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna make it quick.
Hold on one second. El
What's up,
Chapo in the building. What's going on, man? He said, El Chapo said, what's bigger fight than Tank? Hacker. What's the bigger fight than Tank? Hacker.
What's a bigger fight than Tank? I don't know. There's no bigger fight than Tank. But
there you go. He said nobody.
Yeah.
Phoenix Assassin said boxing hacker reached like MJ at the end of Space Jam. He be there. He does.
Hey, Phoenix,
But I gotta be more unbiased. I gotta be more less anti ridiculousness and support boxing hacker a little bit more. Boxing hacker hate to be wrong. He hate.
I'm not wrong though.
Keith Nolan says if boxing hacker was alive back then, Socrates, Nietzsche, Plato, what is it, Lao Tzu, would have kicked him in the balls for his logic the way he debates. Oh Lord!
I mean, Socrates was a great skeptic too, so I don't think that will happen.
A great skeptic too.
Yeah, of course.
Two.
Right. He was
two.
He believed in skepticism. Yeah.
And according to what?
Huh?
What's the two referring to?
I mean, I follow the skeptic ideology. Yeah.
You?
Yeah.
Are a great skeptic?
I would say I'm great, but I am a skeptic. Yes. So yeah.
Okay. Well, if that's what if that's what you call it.
Yeah.
But
hey, boxing hacker, can I say this, Phoenix? I just got to say this because boxing hacker, the same guy that was talking about Lomachenko was trying to fight Gervonta 8 years ago. So guess what, boxing hacker? Sure. We don't know if Tank can't duck nobody because we don't know what he's going to do. His career's not over, right?
So here's the problem, right? People are trying, so we're sort of going away from the original topic, you know. So let's stick to this topic and we can talk about that after.
Oh, you want to stick to topics now?
Hey, Phoenix, are you going to be here for a minute and part of the conversation? You just want to go?
Yeah, I'll say something right quick, but I'll still be here for a minute though.
Okay, go ahead. I'm going to get off camera for a second.
All right. Yeah, see boxing hacker. What you're not understanding is the future reasons don't matter. What matters is the here and now. What matters is what we do know. Because ain't nobody here, Madam Cleo, with a crystal ball to see the future. So what we do know is this. Lomachenko is the IBF champion. Tank is WBA champion. Champions have a duty to either fight other champions or fight their mandatories. Lomachenko don't have a mandatory that they've ordered yet. Zepeda is mandatory for WBA and IBF, but they have not ordered that. So Lomachenko is in a position to make not a mandatory defense, but a voluntary or unification right now. That's his responsibility as the champion. Same thing for Tank, because Zepeda is also WBA mandatory. You know, he became mandatory for both when he beat Maxie Hughes. So since that's the case, they both have a responsibility as champions of the respective sanctioning bodies to go ahead and unify, since no mandatory is ordered for either of them. That being said, since Lomachenko was in the negotiations with Tank before the Frank Martin fight, Bob Arum came out and said that, and that they wanted to see how things went with the Frank Martin fight before continuing. That happened, they still continued. Lomachenko had time to go ahead and say he wasn't ready for a fight a long time ago, very long time ago, and he didn't. Instead, they went ahead and went back to negotiations. So now we were going to say, way back when, if you want to say that 8 years ago, Tank ducked Lomachenko. We didn't know that we was going to be at this point where he was going to be asking for the fight and the negotiations for it, did we? So you're saying we got to wait another 8 years to find out whether or not Lomachenko is ducking? Is that what you're telling me right now? We're going to have to wait till 2032? Is that what you're saying? No. That's what you're saying. Hold on, sir. Hold on. You say you like chess. This is checkmate right here.
It's not checkmate.
All right, so no, this ain't no straw man. It ain't no straw man. Okay, well, if you want to bring a straw man in, I'll go ahead and take a match to it and burn it all away.
What's a straw? Do you know what a straw man is?
Straw man is what you're about to try to do right now, so I'm going to stop you before you end up right there. So listen, because this is important for you to understand. We're talking about the here and now. Here and now, we know that Lomachenko and Gervonta are the champions. We know there have been negotiations since before the Frank Martin fight. We know that they went back to negotiations, and we know that neither one of them has a mandatory set. That being said, if Lomachenko go into negotiations and then all of a sudden decide he's going to pull out, it don't matter what reason he gives. What matters is the fact that he pulled out when he had those responsibilities as a champion. It doesn't matter if he go fight somebody else. It don't matter if he want to go on vacation. It don't matter if he come back 8 years later and say he ready for the fight. It don't matter if he go into retirement to come back after a year off and say he want to fight. What matters is right here and now, he said he's not doing it. Right here and now. That's what we know. We don't need to worry about speculating on the future because we don't know what's happening in the future.
Therefore,
we don't have to worry.
You can't conclusion either. So this is
Then how are you making the conclusion that he didn't duck?
You can't. So even with everything you just
No. Answer that question. How are you making the conclusion that he didn't duck then?
I didn't say that. So this is why I keep saying.
Okay, what are you saying? What are you saying then?
I said,
is he ducking? Yes or no?
Okay, Phoenix Assassin.
Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
What's your question, please?
Yes or no?
What's your question?
Is he ducking? Yes or no?
We don't know.
Okay, and is he not ducking?
We do not know.
What's your point?
Boxing Hacker, can I ask you this? Because you said
this is the thing, Feeds. You have to stay focused on what we're talking about. All right?
I am focused. You're not focused. I know you call yourself Boxing Hacker. Did your crowd strike go down?
Deem's argument is this: is that we can, based on what already happened, we can justify say that Lomachenko ducked Tank.
Yes, we can.
That's Deem's argument, right? My argument is because we don't know what Lomachenko is doing next, we can't come to that conclusion yet until we know what happens next.
Boxing Hacker, can I say something on that, Boxing Hacker?
Okay.
Because I want to hold on, Phoenix. I need to ask him this. You keep talking about if he goes on to a lesser opponent. That's selective. I think Jermaine Ortiz beat T.O. and Lomachenko, but most of the world think he's a lesser opponent.
Okay.
But I don't think that he's a lesser opponent. You could be I think that he beat Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko. So you talking about you could go off and we don't know unless he fights a lesser opponent. Well, that's selective. Because some people think hold on. Some people think not frequent flyer. Some people think Frank Martin can beat Shakur Stevenson. The world don't think that, but it's a lot of people that a lot of people think Lomachenko can beat Shakur Stevenson. So who's the lesser fighter?
So you mean subjective, not selective. That's what you're saying.
Subjective, selective, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. At the end of the day, you can't even use that argument because you don't know who's technically the lesser opponent. Because we've seen lesser opponents technically upset boxers all the time.
I never said it's not possible. I'm saying that we know
stop, Boxing Hacker. You just skipped over what I said, Boxing Hacker. You just skipped over what I said. Jermaine Ortiz is looked at as a lesser boxer than Lomachenko and Teofimo to the world.
Sure.
Correct?
Okay.
But I think he beat both of them. Wouldn't you say a lot of people think that he won those fights?
Sure.
So if Lomachenko left, that's hypothetical. He got a TO fight, but leaves negotiations to fight Jermaine Ortiz. You would sit up there and say, "Well, he's ducking because Jermaine Ortiz is a lesser opponent." But is he a lesser opponent?
Based on rankings, he's yes.
Now it's based on rankings. Stop it. So
okay, Dean, let me cut in.
You're better than somebody. Stop it, Boxing Hacker.
No, you asked me a question, bro. What's not subjective is rankings, right? Am I right or wrong, Dean? Am I right?
No, you are wrong about that. You are 100% wrong about that.
Based on sanction bodies are not subjective. They have objective champions.
That's not true, Boxing Hacker, because if that's the case, the number one guy would always fight the guy for the belt. But the number one guy don't always fight the guy for the belt. You know how we got proof of that?
That's my argument. I'm just responding to what you're saying.
You just said it's selective. You just said that's the thing that's not selective. So why?
The word is not selective. It's subjective.
Subjective, whatever. No, whatever. What I'm saying to you is you're talking about rankings like rankings mean that's you're going to get the shot at the guy who got the title. It don't mean that. Just because you rank one under, you rank number 4. Hold on. You rank number 4. You rank number 4 and the guy ranked number 5. That mean the guy number 5 not better than you? That don't mean that.
based on rankings, it should be.
Oh
the
my
no
God, boxing hacker! It does not mean that, bro.
Yo,
Let me
it's
cut in right
rankings.
quick.
It's
Go ahead,
rankings.
Phoenix.
Like we can say that we can speculate who's better amongst the contenders.
All right, boxing hacker.
But it's also
we could get off
Crazy,
that.
Phoenix.
I got a question for you. I got a question for you. I want to know your opinion on it. Was Tank ducking Lomachenko 8 years ago?
You said was Tank ducking Lomachenko 8 years ago?
Or at any point?
So here's my opinion on that.
No, it's a yes or no question.
It's not yes. Don't ask me. No
Yes, it is. I'm asking you. Was he ducking? Yes or
You
no?
don't need to give my explanation now because I can't give a yes.
I just told you I didn't want your explanation. I asked you, was he ducking? Yes or no?
Can we stick to the topic?
Yeah, yes or no. I didn't ask you to explain it. I asked you yes or no.
Stick to the topic.
Yes or no. The topic. The topic is ducking. The topic is ducking. And to establish ducking, we need to know what criteria you've used for ducking in the past. So I'm asking you right now. Yes, because we need to have a baseline for which you use to determine it. Was Tank ducking Lomachenko at any point up until now? Yes or no?
I'm not gonna answer yes or no question. That's a leading question. So
well, then you lose. You lose then because that's the thing.
That's not the topic. Can we continue, Dean?
The topic is ducking. If you want to talk about ducking, then you have to use examples in the past to go and establish a baseline. Because we have to establish your baseline to determine ducking. We have to establish your baseline. If you don't have a baseline that you use, and if we don't see any consistency in it, and you just all over the place with it, then how are we going to know what you're using to determine it? So yes or no? Have you?
No, don't.
I'm not asking what you can define. Don't answer anything that's not a yes or no. Don't answer anything that's not a yes or no. Now, here's the we're not creating no new definition right here. I want to know whether or not you think that Tank has ducked Lomachenko at any point. Yes or no. You don't need no explanations. Yes well then what you up here for if you can't give an example of what you've used in the past? It's yes or no. It's yes or no.
It's not
yes or no. Yes or no. Yes or no? Hey, I'm speaking English right here. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Phoenix.
Yes or no?
I don't need to answer your question because the
you know. Yes or no? It's not leading. I need to know. I'm not leading you to give any specific answer. Yes, I do. So what's your?
Hold on. Though that shit has devolved. The conversation rapidly devolved, boxing hacker.
Because
just answer the question. Stop talking over people.
Yo, but between me and
no, dude, stop doing it. I gotta let you go, bro. I was listening just on regular YouTube, bro.
I'll be him.
No, dude, you keep talking over people, man. Stop talking over people.
But
he's asking you a question. Just say yes or no. Period.
I have to give an explanation. I'm not gonna answer that question.
No, you need to let the conversation flow and not talk over people because people are listening.
Yeah. So.
Then stop. No, not so. Whenever you do that, that just tells me you're not listening to anything I'm saying.
I heard what you're saying, but the problem is that
I'm need for you for the 600 people listening to stop talking over people. Stop. They cannot hear you speak. People cannot hear you speak and the other person speak at the same time.
The debate between me and Dean, I wasn't talking over.
I'm going to throw you off my channel. Seriously, man. People are listening. You cannot keep talking over him. It's not you and him. If it's just you and him, pick up the phone and call him on the phone. But don't do that shit in front of 600 people. There's literally, really and truly 620 people listening to this. They cannot hear what the man is saying because you keep talking over him.
Stop. Answer a question that I didn't want to answer.
Sir, stop talking over him. It's not have anything to do with what you say or don't say. Stop talking over him. Wait until he has a breath to stop before you start talking.
Okay, you're right.
Thank you.
Okay,
because it is not about you getting your point across. It's about 622 people listening. They can't hear you or him. So all you're doing is just preventing anybody from hearing anything, which ruins the show. So please stop talking over people.
My apologies.
All right. Since I'll go ahead and end it with this. And let y'all two go back in. So in boxing, when you get smacked, you get knocked down, you get back up. If the ref asks you yes or no, do you want to continue? He's not going to wait for an explanation. He's going to go ahead and say that's it. So with that, KO. See you.
Boxing Hacker, I got one last question for you, bro, before I get out of here. I got one last question. Because based off of your logic, you said, well, we don't know if Lomachenko ducking. We only know if he go fight lesser competition, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm about to use somebody that you like, Devin Haney.
Okay.
If Devin Haney has a fight in negotiations with Teofimo Lopez for a unification bout, right? And he fights, and instead of doing that, he fights Jermaine Ortiz. Do that mean he ducking Teofimo Lopez?
Because he knows what. So if he goes and fights Jermaine Ortiz, we have that conclusion. So yeah, I'll call it a duck.
But my thing is, what you said it will only be a duck if it's a lesser opponent. I don't think Jermaine Ortiz is a lesser opponent. Jermaine Ortiz, hold on, Boxing Hacker. I'm going off of your logic. Okay. Because Jermaine Ortiz, arguably, to a lot of boxing fans, beat Loma and Teofimo Lopez. So then he would be, to a lot of people, a better fight for Devin Haney than Teofimo Lopez. That's why I told you can't use that argument. That's objective. That's opinionated. Who's better? Who's not better? Because there's plenty of people that think Jermaine Ortiz won. But you just said that if Devin had a fight with Teo and got out of negotiations to fight Jermaine Ortiz, that would be a duck. I dropped the mic right there. Because guess what? It's a lot of people that think Jermaine Ortiz is better than Teofimo Lopez that beat Lomachenko.
I like that. And while you drop the mic, I'll pick the mic up. You're right. Opinions about Jermaine Ortiz can be completely subjective. One person can think he's the best fighter in the world. One person can think he's just a journeyman. They're various opinions. However, what's not opinionated is the rankings based on the sanctioning bodies. So the fact that Devin Haney was a champion at 130, 140, Teo's a champion at 140. They are both ranked higher not based on subjectivity, but based on the sanctioning body rankings than Jermaine Ortiz. Therefore, I can accurately conclude that if Teo pulls out to fight Jermaine Ortiz, regardless of how I feel about Jermaine Ortiz or how you feel or how millions of people feel, he is fighting a lesser ranked opponent.
Okay. By that logic, if Loma doesn't fight Tank like he's doing right now and fights Barinchek, he didn't duck Tank Davis.
Right. Because they're champions. They're champions. Yeah, you can make that. You can make. So it's the same thing with Shakur and Frank. Right?
Okay, Boxing Hacker. If you think that's going to go off in the boxing community as like
it may not. It may not. It may not be.
Boxing Hacker, quick. You got it.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Hey, real quick. Supreme K said, even if you don't agree with Boxing Hacker, out of respect, y'all got to let the man talk and not cut him off so much. Okay, so all right, no worries. Gotcha. Thank you. Go ahead, y'all.
Okay, Boxing Hacker. I'm just saying because when you was using the lesser fighter argument is why I brought up Jermaine Ortiz. What I'm saying is you don't know if a guy's a lesser fighter. Just because he lost to this guy don't mean he's going to lose to the guy that's above him. So you can't even use that. If that's your premise to say if a guy is ducking or not, that's bad because then I'm going to use a fighter like Jermaine Ortiz.
Yeah, and I said that, yeah, there's subjectivity to say like who you think is better than who else, right? And there's possibilities that somebody that's ranked lower can beat somebody that's ranked higher. After all, contenders beat champions all the time. However, what I'm saying is based on rankings from the sanctioning bodies, we can conclude who is ranked higher and who is ranked lower. Devin Haney is a champion at 140. Teofimo, champion 140. They are going to be ranked higher than contenders at 140. Therefore, if Teo pulls out of a championship negotiation to fight a contender, we can accurately say, regardless of our opinions, that he's ducking because he's fighting somebody of a lesser ranking.
So your thing is rankings is the say all be all. Because my thing, Boxing Hacker, what you're saying is true. Then why do guys get title shots? That's not the number one ranked guy. Then
But that has nothing to do with the argument, though.
No, what I'm asking you is no, it has, because you're talking about rankings. Like, we know by rankings, that means that you're ranked higher and that a guy can't duck you or whatever you were saying. My thing is, if that's the case, then why do lesser ranked guys get a shot at the title?
But here's the thing: we're talking about ducking. We're not talking about who gets shots at the title. So that's
no, Boxing Hacker, you're missing what I'm saying, bro. Slow down your thought process. You're missing what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You said that we should go off the rankings, and the rankings is why a guy can't say he's ducking or not ducking. Well, if that's the case, then why isn't every champion just fighting the number one guy then, in their respective sanction body? We know that don't happen, because what you're excluding, Boxing Hacker, and I can't let you do it, is politics. You're not going to act like that don't exist.
I never said it didn't exist.
So then you can't just use rankings. You then that would mean you have to include everything else too.
No, so this is why it's important to stick to our original topic. Your original argument, your original notion to me was because of like knowing a fighter, how good a fighter is subjective, we can't say who is better than who else. That was your original argument to me, more or less. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, that wasn't my original argument. That's the argument I made. My original
okay. Okay. This is the argument that you made to me. Okay, let's leave it at that. And what I said verbatim is that you are right, that everybody has an opinion of different fighters, and sometimes it differs from the rankings. You are very much right. I never denied you there, Dean. What I am saying to you is this: because we have rankings, because we have sanctioned bodies who have titles and rankings, we can know the hierarchy of fighters. So we know champions are always going to be ranked higher than contenders. Therefore, if Teofimo, who is a champion, Devin Haney is a champion, negotiate, Teofimo pulls out to fight a contender, then we can call him a duck, because we know verbatim that Devin Haney is ranked higher than that person. And that's what I'm saying. So it's regardless of subjectivity. It doesn't matter how I feel about Jermaine Ortiz. It doesn't matter how you feel about Jermaine Ortiz. 10 million people can think Jermaine Ortiz is better than Tio. It doesn't matter, because there are rankings. There's player one who's ranked number one. This player over here is ranked number one. If they just fight, if they negotiate and one of the players pull out and says, okay, I'm going to fight number 5 guy, regardless if we think the number 5 guy could beat the number 1 guy or number 2 guy, whatever, it's a duck because he's lower in rankings. And that's the main argument that I have.
But
I dropped the mic.
My thing is, then that means that by your logic, that people can't duck their mandatories.
I never made that claim.
No, what I'm saying is if a guy can't duck somebody because he's the champion or X, Y, and Z, then that means you shouldn't hold them accountable for their mandatories, because as long as they're unifying, it doesn't really matter either.
Exactly, because unifications trump mandatories.
Okay, so Boxing Hacker, guess what? Guess what? I'm glad you said that.
Okay.
Because you're not being honest. If Gervonta Davis leaves out of negotiations with Lomachenko and decides to fight Berinchek, are you telling me you think the whole world will be saying Gervonta Davis ain't duck Lomachenko or Shakur Stevenson?
It wouldn't be considered duck.
Oh.
So the whole world can think this. It could be a whole bandwagon of people saying that he ducked Lomachenko, right? But because they're all champions, it wouldn't be. The same way I want the Shakur fight more than I want the Lomachenko fight. I think Shakur's break.
I asked you, would the world do that?
Yeah, and I'm gonna stick to this. Wait. So look, I like Shakur. I want Shakur to fight, right? Fight Tank before Lomachenko. Shakur's ranked higher. Well, I don't know. Maybe he's not ranked higher. But to me, he's a better fighter than Lomachenko. They're all champions. I can't call Tank a duck for fighting Lomachenko first. I can't call him that. Because at the end of the day, Shakur, Lomachenko, they're both champions. They're all top of the division.
So
they're all champions.
So Boxing Hacker, I'm asking you, not just what you're saying, I'm saying to the world, because your whole argument is we don't know. So you're talking about people who are saying that Loma is ducking, which you don't even know if he's not or not, but then you mad at people who saying he is. My thing is to you, are you going to stop Boxing Hacker? Are you going to get on Fanon channel and tell Dean that if Gervonta Davis was in negotiations with Shakur Stevenson or Lomachenko and just said that he wasn't in the mood and then went and fight Berinchek, they wouldn't say he was a duck? People wouldn't be saying that? The masses wouldn't be saying that?
Yo, they may or may not. That's not my argument.
No, I asked you a question. Would they be saying that?
Whatever the pop culture says is whatever the pop culture
Boxing
says.
Hacker, so you don't like answering questions. I'm asking
I am
you
answering your question.
No,
So let me answer your question.
I'm saying, would the masses say that? Yes or no?
The masses are a huge
Oh my God! Can you just answer the question, buddy? Because I'm going somewhere with this.
Okay. To clarify, right? I can't speak for the whole masses. Okay, we can't. We can assume something, but we can't speak for everyone. I don't know everyone to assume what everybody will say. Some people might like the Brenchik fight over the Shakur fight. It is possible.
You ain't heard that nowhere.
It doesn't mean it's not true.
It does mean it's not true. It's the people who talk about
the subset of people that I'm talking to, people in the chat, the people that I've watched. It doesn't mean that it's everybody in boxing. There are thousands of people that watch boxing all around the world. What do you mean?
I'm gonna say is, Boxing Hacker, I'm gonna leave it like this.
That say that he should fight Brenchik first.
Hey, I'm gonna leave it like this, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, Gervonta, go fight Brenchik. It ain't no problem. Ain't no problem. Go fight Brenchik. Ain't nobody. Hey, listen, can't nobody say nothing because the Boxing Hackers thing is, hey, if you fight another champion, my thing is, Boxing Hacker, you're being dishonest. And that's the part I don't like. Me and you both know, Boxing Hacker, me and you
told me to talk for millions of people, but yeah, I'm being dishonest.
Hey, Boxing Hacker, you know and I know that if Gervonta Davis would have woke up and left the negotiations with Lomachenko and used, I want to spend more time with my daughter and I'm not in a mood, they would have crucified this man.
There may have been people that crucified him, and there may be people who will stick with him. Like, what are we talking here? Look, Lomachenko left, and there's many people that crucified him, and I'm here saying that's not. It doesn't change our argument.
You're a contrarian, or whatever the word is. You don't like Gervonta Davis, so I'm not expecting that you're a Devin Haney fan.
How do you equate me?
Because you said it. Because you said you're a Devin Haney fan.
It doesn't mean I don't like Gervonta.
You don't like it. I ain't never heard you said you liked him.
What? I like Gervonta Davis.
Boxing Hacker, I ain't never heard you one time on no platform ever.
Davis.
Boxing Hacker, I ain't never heard you on one platform ever, and you know I'll be watching.
Yeah, I never spoke about God, but it doesn't mean I don't have a religion. What are we talking about? I never spoke about God, but it doesn't mean I don't have a religion. Like,
Boxing Hacker, can I ask you this? Can I ask you this, yes or no? Because since you're trying to prove what I'm saying wrong, have you ever been on a major platform, a boxing platform, and spoke up for Gervonta Davis?
A boxing platform I spoke for Gervonta Davis?
Like on Fanon, Knockout, everywhere you be, where you be at. Have you ever went up there and spoke on Gervonta Davis' behalf, took up for him? Because I watch everything that I watch when you be on platform. Yeah, so be careful what you say.
I can't remember a time. I don't know.
You can't remember a time. Now you see why I say that. But guess what, Boxing Hacker? I can remember plenty of times when you arguing against the man.
I know. No, like
so what? I don't know. Like you said, Boxing Hacker, I don't know.
Devin Haney doesn't mean I don't like Gervonta. You realize that, right? Me saying that I think this person might beat Gervonta doesn't mean I don't like Gervonta. There's millions of people I think Gervonta. I feel like Gervonta could beat everybody in the division except Shakur.
Boxing Hacker. I didn't ask you none of that. I said that I have never seen you take up for a Gervonta, but I have plenty of evidence of you. Can you stop, please? Can you stop? Boxing Hacker, can you stop, please?
Go ahead.
Because I asked you those questions for a reason. I got plenty of evidence that you have talked against Gervonta, like you're doing right now, trying to take up for Loma and say he's not a duck. But you even admit it. Can you stop cutting me off, sir? Can you stop cutting me off?
My apologies. Go ahead.
But I got plenty of evidence of you going against Gervonta. But even you admitted that you don't got no examples of you ever taking up for him. So guess what? I could assume off of the facts I know, just like with this Lomachenko thing, you could or couldn't be. But off of the evidence I got, you don't like Gervonta Davis. You go against everything that happens to do with that man. You hop on panels when they bring up a Tank conversation. You go against Tank anytime they talk about Devin Haney. But you don't even got an example. You're going to say that you're just a fan and you're a fan of boxing, but you don't even got an example where you're speaking up for the man in a righteous way. So sorry if I think that you're not a Gervonta Davis fan. You see how that works? The same way, we don't know that you're saying we don't know if Loma ducking. The whole point is you don't know that he's not ducking, so you can't tell people to not talk about it. You don't got no proof he's not ducking. So until I got more proof he is ducking than you got, you want to go off of what ifs. When we don't have nothing from your side of actual proof that he's not ducking. Not one piece of evidence.
Are you done?
I'm done. I'm gonna land my plane there. You can continue. Fanon, I appreciate.
Wait, before you go, because I want to clarify what you said. Okay, me liking Devin Haney does not mean I don't like Tank Davis. Me saying I think somebody could beat Tank doesn't mean that I don't like Tank.
I never said that.
So, but you alluded to
I never
it.
said that.
So you alluded to it. You say I'm always attacking Tank. I have never said Tank.
You are though. You admitted it. You said you've never spoken up for him.
Have you ever heard me say Tank was a bad fighter?
No, you ain't got to say that. You ain't got. That has nothing to do with what I brought up.
So okay, me saying that Lomachenko was not ducking is not against Tank. So you trying to allude that I don't like Tank?
It is against Tank because he's supposed to be ducking Tank. What are you talking about? It is against
saying I don't like Tank. Where do you get that from?
Because Boxing Hacker, you just admitted that you have never, as much as you like to argue, you've never tried to make arguments like this for Gervonta Davis. Never on any platform.
It doesn't mean I don't like him. What are we talking about here?
Okay. See, Boxing Hacker.
Everybody has their assumptions. You're fair to assume what you want. I'm
fair to assume you said it.
Anti-Tank fan or whatever, because I can
Boxing Hacker.
I see you everywhere, huh?
You said it though, Boxing Hacker. This is your words. I'm not using your words against you. I'm using what you said against you. You be on platforms ready to argue with everybody about everything. But you don't even got one example of a time where you was arguing for Gervonta Davis. Not one. You even just admitted that on this platform. But everybody, including in this comments, we got hundreds of videos of Boxing Hacker in the comments on a panel going against Gervonta Davis.
When you say going against, what's going against?
But like this, taking the argument against Gervonta Davis, whatever the argument is. Resume, send the contract. You was the guy that said it was Gervonta Davis' responsibility to make these fights happen. Then when Loma don't hold up his responsibility.
LB said the same thing. LB said
guess what? I'm glad you said that. So now you admitting, earlier you didn't admit that you said it, but now you are saying that you did tell me that it's Gervonta Davis' responsibility to make the fight, right? So you won't even be honest with that answer. I'll holler at y'all.
Check this out, man. No, because you're trying to mix things up. Anyways, it was a good conversation.
Seems like he got you, dog.
I don't think so. But I mean, everybody can believe what they want, man. I don't know. It's at the end of the day, it's my opinion, but like everybody can believe what they want. My only argument is, and I don't know how we derailed it so far, is that until we know what Lomachenko is doing next, we don't have that. We can't just finally make a conclusion of whether he's ducking or not. That's all I'm saying. I mean, we went around the world for it. I don't know what the last point was, but like, yeah, that's what I'm saying about the whole thing. Now people can disagree and maybe everybody has the right to their opinion, but I think that you need to know the conclusion first.
Yeah, dog. Anyway, it cuts, man. Let me assure you. Thank you, Robert the Great. Sorry, I didn't get to say thank you before that, but you got your chance to speak. So don't say you didn't get a chance to speak on the channel. You definitely got a chance to speak, but your argument sucks. And I maintain that. And I'm going to repeat that.
You are biased though. Come on, let's be.
I'm not biased. I'm biased against bad arguments, man. It's just a badass argument. It's a terrible argument.
You believe
nobody can never be a dog. Look, I'm giving you my opinion. I'm not asking for a discussion.
Sure. Anyway,
that argument sucks. That argument sucks.
It's your opinion, brother. I have no problem with that. But thank you for the discussion, man. It was real fun.
Yeah. All right, man. Yeah. You can't. Hold on one second, man. Let me check this. Like, man, I don't know how you think you're gonna ever get past. How you think you're going to ever get past the fact that no, bro. No. You never know anything. The way that there is no such thing as a duck, according to this dude. He wrote a loophole so big in it in being called a duck that the word doesn't mean anything. He acts like the word doesn't mean anything. Like, oh, well, you can't call him a duck because you never know what they're going to do in the future. Like, what? There's never a point in time where something is legitimately a duck. Come on, man. Get on out of here. Anyway, man. That was funny. Opinion, hate that you're blocked by Three Eyes. You blocking people? Hold on now. Let me go over here real quick. Research whether or not you really just blocked somebody. Why would you block somebody? Let me see this real fast. No, you're not blocked, Three Eyes, because you can't block nobody. You didn't block nobody. You don't have a wrench. Yeah, that was fun, hands down. Hey, Keith Nolan, man, what's up, man? Thank you, Keith Nolan. Fanon Dunn got up, drove to the shore, came back, let Dean body hack while he was chilling and saving brain cells. Hell yes, I did. Hey, Keith Nolan, no joke. I was like, man, let me get outside in the sun while let Frequent Flyer get bodied by Dean. Thank you for thank you for the donation to your time. I don't know if these dudes gonna come on or not. But I guess they couldn't come on. It was a couple hours ago. So no motivation equals no fights. All right, let me take it. A couple more people want to holler, ask questions, do whatever. We are 2 weeks away from the next big fight, which is, hey man, what y'all think of Ryan Garcia and Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis out there arguing, man? That shit was very entertaining. I think I'm about to go watch that when I get done with this. They streaming right now, Noop? Oh, are they? Oh, okay. I may go over there then. Yeah, maybe I'll go over there and start some shit with them. Ryan sleeps both of who? Oh, there you go. What's going on, DeMariano?
Hey, what's going on, Fanon? How you doing
man.
this afternoon, man?
I'm good, man. What's happening with you, man?
Oh, man, nothing much, man. Hey, I want to put a nail in the coffin, man. I mean,
What's that?
with this Lomachenko ducking or whether if he is or if he isn't, come on, man. Now, let's get to the basics here, right? What are the things that can stop a fight from happening that will be acceptable to people, right? It's either medical reasons, mental reasons, right? I mean, people are acting like he did not give the reason why he's pulling out of the fight, right? Is that excuse good enough? It is not, because you want to go hug on your wife and kiss on your kids. That is not a good enough reason. You have no medical reasons to get out of this fight. You have no mental reasons. You do not claim a legitimate reason to why you're pulling out of this fight. You know what I mean? So, and then ask yourself, man, is that a good enough reason to pull out of the biggest fight in your life, the biggest payday in your life, with the opposition being the most toughest? You know what I mean? And you're pulling out of this fight because you want to go hug on your wife and kiss on your kids. Is that? I mean, what? I'm sorry. For a person like myself who has been ducked in real life and has never ducked no one, dude, I'm looking at that. That's a clear duck. What other? I don't get it. What are we talking about? He said no. He was in negotiations. He said no. Man, think about this. You at the basketball park, right? You got this guy being tough. You know, he on the basketball court. And then he called out everybody on the basketball court, you know, because he's a tough guy. And then a guy out of nowhere said, you know what, man, I'll take that. You know, let's square up. Let's take that. Then he said, you know what? Never mind. I'm about to go down and have some ice cream with my wife and kids. Did he not duck that man or not? You just claim, you know, because you're a boxer, to be a boxer and to be a prize fighter, especially someone like Lomachenko who's claiming to go after greatness, he's in that same position as that man on the court who's calling out everybody. Oh, who won it? Nobody won it. You know, poking out his chest, he's punking everybody. And then somebody say, man, what's up? I'll take it. And then he said, never mind, man. I got me and my wife to go down the street and have some ice cream. You don't want to fight that man. I don't care for no reason. I don't get it, man. This man didn't even give a good reason, and we're acting like we don't even know the reason why he's pulling out the fight. He gave the reason. He wanted to go hug on his wife and kiss on his kids, man. There's no reason for him not to fight Gervonta, man. No reason. He didn't say, man, hey, listen, man, I miss my family. I've been doing this a while. I've been away from them a while. I'm gonna go spend the rest of the year with my family, and we can revisit this, beginning of the next year. You know what I mean? No, he left it all to be speculated on when or who he's gonna fight next. You know what I mean? So we have a lot of facts to the reason is why he's ducking it, and everybody's ignoring it. I don't get it. Like, we have enough facts. Yes, we do. He's doing everything to me that someone that's ducking is that they will do, man. I don't know, Fanon. What are your thoughts on that, man?
That's a lot of ducking. I think that hey, it looks like a duck, man. It's kind of. Hey, I think you got to hit the mute. Getting feedback.
Okay, how you do that?
Yeah, just on the YouTube part. But yeah, man, I mean, it looked like a duck to me, man. I can't lie. I'm leaning heavy duck. Thank you, bro. Well, I appreciate you. Got a couple dudes right behind you, man. Hey, good to see you again, man. Holler back at you soon. Peace. Tay215 Philly, what's going on, man?
Hey, good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm well. I can't complain. How are you?
I'm great, man. Enjoying this show. I'm cooking Sunday dinner. This is dope, y'all. You doing it. You doing it real big today, man. Actually, you've been doing it all week. You doing it. I've tuned into your show a lot because I like the fact that you like to educate a lot of people. So I don't even believe I'm in this position to do this. Boxing hackers arguing from a standpoint of the rules. Most people are arguing from the standpoint of the fans. In the fans' eyes, this is a straight up and down duck. In my eyes, it's a straight up and down duck. And I'm going to tell you why. True, champions are not obligated to fight each other per the rules of the sanctioning bodies. However, if you go out your way to sit down and negotiate with another champion, then, talks and this, that, and the third, and it seems like it's about to, pop and the fight's going to happen, and then one participant backs out who voluntarily went to go talk to this other champion, then by all means, that's a duck, man. That's a duck. But per the sanctioning bodies, no, he's not obligated to fight another champion. So
yeah, but that ain't what we said.
I
He's
know.
changing it into that. We
Right,
just said,
yeah.
is there a responsibility for him to fight? And yeah, there's a responsibility to fight. It doesn't have to be a legal responsibility. You know what I mean? You could have a aunt or somebody that's sick, and you have a bunch of money and not have a legal obligation to take care of them, but you got an ethical one. That's an obligation. He got an ethical obligation to fight him. I mean, boxing hacker is tripping. There's ethical obligations all kind of ethical obligations in boxing that aren't in rule books. What stays in sparring, what happened in sparring stays in sparring. That's not an actual
rule, but it's
rule written down someone. Yeah, man. It's like there's
how you conduct yourself.
There are standard practices, standard things that you do and you don't do. And when you're a champion, you fight another champion. Everybody knows that.
Right, you do if you choose to, but just because you do or just because you doesn't mean that you how can I say this? The fact that Lomachenko went into negotiations with Tank, like he never went negotiations. Neither one of them never went negotiations. It'd just be going on talk forever because there would be nothing legal for them to actually have to sit down, or excuse me, not legal. There would be nothing that would obligate them to have to do it. But once you go into negotiations, you have said, I don't care about what they say, I want to do this. So now that you want to do this and you back out of it, yes, you ducking because by your own words, you obligated yourself to do it. Now that I agree with, but by the rules, the straight up black and white, what it says, he's not obligated to do it. But since he volunteered to do it and he entered those negotiations, yes, he's a 100% duck. That's all I was trying to say. And I think that's what Homeboy was trying to say, but he's so busy lying and trying to get his own point across. Let's keep it simple. Look, the public eye, the barbershops around the world, every YouTube channel wants to say Lomachenko duck, which he is. But according to the actual rules that's in black and white, he wasn't obligated to sit down and negotiate with him.
No, that's not what he was saying.
Okay, maybe I misunderstood him.
No. I think that's an observation you're making. It could be a sound observation. His observation, Boxing Hacker's observation, was that because we don't know what his next fight will be,
Right,
you
I
can't
heard
say
that.
it's a done.
Yeah.
That's what
I
his
was
argument was.
throwing that nonsense out because it had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Whether we don't know, we know that he sat
You're
down with him.
talking
We
about whether
know
or
that
not
he
he had
changed his mind.
what you're talking about is whether or not he had a responsibility
Right.
to.
Yes, sir.
And the responsibility to is in a rule about whether or not it was a duck or not. You have to have a responsibility to fight him.
True.
I'm telling you, he's conflating the word rule, a requirement, and a responsibility. Just because you don't have there's a requirement doesn't mean that you don't have a responsibility.
I agree there.
Yeah.
I agree.
So yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like that's what he's hanging his hat on is that. Like, I mean, that's what that's what that argument is. Just because there's not a rule does not mean that you don't have an obligation. There's not a rule there's not a lot of rules that you do a lot of stuff. Like donate to church, you know what I mean? Support all kind of stuff. But still, man.
My position is he ducked.
up.
Yeah, my position is he ducked based on the fact that he voluntarily jumped out the window and said he's been calling
sound argument.
Yeah, he put himself in that position and then he tucked his tail and to do whatever his reasons are. He just went and backed out from it. That's all I got, brother.
Yes, sir. Hey, always good to talk to you, Tay.
All right, man. You be good.
All right, man. You as well, brother. Peace. Yep.
What up, Fanon? I just clicked the link, man, because hands down, he dropped a whole 10-piece with the fries for me and Dean to go at it. And Dean just ran through the wall and left his silhouette in the panel, man. What Dean at?
You always coming on when Cass is off.
No,
I know that about
you. Talking about I'm a duck. You talking about I'm about to duck Dean.
You
know
are.
I wasn't going to duck Dean because you be protecting him.
Dog, look, bro. Every single solitary time the show about to go off, that's when you want to debate. Every time, dog.
No, it just so happened when I clicked when I click the link, mysteriously the show always be about to end now. They be like, "Oh,
it's always about to end at the same time." What are you talking about? It's always about to end at some point in time, man.
Yeah, but it just so happens it's the coincidence that whenever I click the link, it's time to end the show.
It ain't no coincidence if you keep clicking it around at around 12 o'clock in the afternoon. After I've been if you show your ass up at our 2.5 hours of the show, yeah, I might be just
it was a bunch of people. It was a bunch of people in the chat like, drop the link for frequent, drop the link, and you wouldn't drop the link. You was trying to protect Dean again, man.
That nigga lying. Like Shakur said, nigga lying. How can I help you, man? Dean ain't clicking back on, man. Dean was on for a while.
I'm surprised that you wasn't agreeing with Boxing Hacker because his argument was very similar to the argument you had with me when I said that Loma was ducking though. But I don't want to go through no craziness with you. I don't want to attack you. I know you the referee today.
What was your argument for Lomachenko ducking? I don't recall.
I said Lomachenko ducked. And you said you don't know that he ducked. You said we don't know. You were saying the same thing Boxing Hacker was saying. You said we don't know that he ducked and all of that stuff. I might as well say the whole thing since Dean ain't coming back up. But you said that how do we know that Lomachenko is not about to fight another champion? You said if he fights another champion, then it's not a duck because it's another champion. And Loma's supposed to be fighting another champion at the end of the year. And so, that's all Boxing Hacker. I told Boxing Hacker to listen to his corner, man. But
hold on. Let's correct something here. Okay. Boxing Hacker is making an argument that it is not a duck.
I know. And you said you don't know that it's a duck.
Boxing Hacker's argument is that anyway. When I talk to you,
I think he ducked.
I don't know. No, dude. Let me get this straight. Right. Let me get this straight. When you said that he ducked, we don't know whether what he was going to do, and all, I mean, originally, dude, I don't. Anyway, go ahead, man. What were you saying? I'm gonna leave that shit alone. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I definitely
I don't
think
want to
Loma
argue.
ducked.
I'm trying. I'm not. You know,
Yeah.
I've been on 2.5 hours. I'm not going to try to start another argument about another conversation. However, originally I said I didn't know, and then at a certain point in time, I looked at it and I analyzed. I was like, no, he pulled out of a negotiation.
So you said it smelled like a duck. I remember.
Yeah, it does smell like a duck. Now I'm saying no. I think it actually is a duck because he pulled out of a negotiation.
Well, yeah, we agree. No need to argue about that because I think he ducked
it's
too.
not because it's because he pulled out of a negotiation that I think it's a duck because they were in a negotiation.
Yeah, it's a documented duck, but at the same time, Floyd Mayweather had Tank ducking him and aging him out for so long. You know, Loma pulling a page out of his book.
Fight. It's not a
He fighting the age out with the age out.
That's not a unification fight, man. That they're already in negotiations for.
What you mean? Loma has a belt and Tank has a belt too.
What was the other fight you compared it to?
Huh?
Didn't you compare?
No, I didn't. I didn't compare it to another fight.
Okay,
I was saying that back in the day, Loma was trying to fight Tank, and
yeah, it's another fight, dog. That's comparing it to another fight. Loma trying to fight
the same fight.
Earlier.
It's the same two people.
Dude, I'm sorry, man. You're talking about some other time other than right now. You're talking about some past time when Lomachenko tried to negotiate with Gervonta. That's a different circumstance. That's a different fight.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's doing the same thing though.
Who's doing the same thing?
Loma's doing the same thing. We remember when Tank got asked about fighting Loma, and Floyd jumped out there and said, wait a minute. Loma is old. Ain't no rush. See, my thing is this. At the end of the day, easy work. And Tank never fought him because they were saying that it ain't no rush. And that Loma had to rush his career, so we never got that Loma
out
fight.
of a negotiation,
and it was
bro.
a while.
Oh, stop it!
Fanon, we can't hear you again. Something happened again. We can't hear you again.
Dude, you can go talk to Deem about that shit, but those are two different things. One is a case right now where Vasyl Lomachenko was in negotiations with Gervonta Davis. It was widely known and talked about that they were gonna fight and that they were gonna get a fight done. Let me know. You stop.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Stop. So, yeah, I will know. Thank you very much, Fricker. So look, the mics. Hold on, man. Yeah, I got something wrong with this wire. So my
We can hear you. It just sounds like it's in a hallway now. It don't sound as good.
Yeah, I know. Look, that better? Oh, hold on. No, that's not it. That better?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. Okay. So where were we?
Oh, I agree. I think that it's a duck. You know, we don't disagree with that. I was just saying that, he's ducking Tank now.
I remember now. That's two different fights. You have a fight where you have Gervonta Davis and we have Floyd Mayweather saying something. That's just them talking. That's it. That's not a negotiation for a fight. This one is an actual negotiation on the fight. It's actually a negotiation for a fight. Those are two different circumstances. Those are not comparable situations.
But they both ducks, though.
That first one is definitely not a duck.
Well, not Tank ducking him, but Floyd ducking him away from. Yeah, Floyd made him duck. Floyd, like,
no, that's not a duck. If Gervonta didn't duck him, it's not a duck. Gervonta has to duck him. Making a statement, dude. Making a statement just to anybody is not the same thing as turning down a fight.
Yeah, so it's not. I don't say Tank ducked him with that. It was an age out though.
When was it an age out?
when it happened. He was trying to fight him, since they was at 130, wasn't it?
How's it an age out if you don't fight somebody when that person's 30 years old?
Well, a lot of people are saying that Loma is old now, that
I don't know how many world championship fights for like undisputed titles and up there at 135 you missed with Lomachenko in them, but Lomachenko did not take no time off, bro. He was not right there available to fight, dude. He fought Teofimo Lopez. He fought 5 or 6 different people to collect a bunch of belts.
But he only did that. He only went on that undisputed campaign when Tank team wouldn't let him fight him. When Tank team wouldn't let Tank fight him.
That was not, again, we go back to the original point that we made, which was that was not an offer that you're talking about. There was no offer. That was all that was Floyd Mayweather Jr. talking in the media, saying something about when he wanted the fight to happen. That was not a negotiation for a fight.
He was clearly stating that he was trying to duck him. Well, not duck. Let me not say duck. He was clearly stating that he was steering Gervonta Tank Davis away from Loma because it wasn't no rush for him to fight. He didn't believe it was a rush for that fight to happen.
What he was clearly doing was clearly responding to a media question.
Yeah, we know that.
And he said,
I'm talking about what he said in the response.
All he said was, "We gonna slow down." You don't know what all that means. Is we don't have to rush to it. So what? That doesn't say that
that's nervous talk. That's duck talk.
Stop, man. I already, first of all, you're just trying to argue because I know I said the second issue is a duck. The one we're talking about now. The one you're talking about, then you're just bringing in a bunch of supposition into this.
Yeah, Tank. No, I agree with that. Tank didn't duck him.
Listen, you're just trying to bring a bunch of other stuff around, talking about trying to label that a duck from Gervonta. It's not a duck. You're trying to say Gervonta Davis ducked Lomachenko.
No, I'm not. Don't say I'm saying. Well, I just said that I don't believe that Tank ducked him because I think Tank wanted to fight him.
Why are you bringing it up then?
Because
you're bringing up a situation, man. Stop this, dude. You're just bringing up a situation which Gervonta Davis did not duck Vasyl Lomachenko and comparing it to a Lomachenko actually ducking Gervonta.
No, I was saying Floyd aged him out, and so Loma's reason for ducking could be
duck. So Gervonta Davis ducked Lomachenko.
No, I didn't say he ducked him, man. You keep trying to get me to say that Tank ducked him. I'm not going to say it because Tank didn't duck him.
You're saying he aged him out.
Floyd aged him out. Floyd, his handlers didn't allow Tank to fight him.
You're saying Lomachenko was aged out. Lomachenko's too old to fight.
No, I'm not saying he's too old to fight, but he was aged out though.
You can't be aged out if you're not too old to fight.
How?
Because you're saying you aged him out, but he's not too old to fight. If you're not too old to fight, you're not aged out. What do you mean?
Not necessarily that you're too old to fight. No, it's that when you slow down, when your faculties slow, you're not as sharp as you was in the beginning.
Frequent with your hating ass. All you're trying to do is label Gervonta Davis for a duck or Lomachenko, and he didn't.
I said he didn't duck. Why you keep trying to make me say that Tank ducked? I'm not saying. I said his handlers did. His handlers did. Handlers. Floyd Mayweather.
Dude, you're putting it on Gervonta.
No, I'm not. I'm saying the handlers. I keep saying, how many times do I gotta say his handlers or Floyd Mayweather for you to not think that I'm saying that Tank ducked him? Man, Tank was doing what his Tank didn't know what Tank was doing what he thought was best for him to listen to what his handlers were doing because they got him that far and he did the right thing. He's rich.
Look, Devin Haney. Look,
come on, man. You got to throw yourself in the back. We ain't talking about Devin Haney right now.
Hold on a second, Bill. Hold on, Bill. Let's talk to Bill for a second since that's who's obviously got his hand up your backside today. All right. No.
What Devin Haney or Bill got to do with any of this, man? You talking about Loma, Tank. You always bring Devin Haney into this. We don't want.
Let's put you back here in that silence mode, dog, and back this out my face a little something. Let's teach you that good old reminder of the silence and don't talk over me. You being mighty laughing and joking. We're going back, but dog, I'm getting tired of you talking over me. Thank you very much. Now, like I said, Gervonta Davis, you are attempting to compare Gervonta Davis being ducked by Vasyl Lomachenko with the fight that Gervonta Davis did not duck Vasyl Lomachenko in. So no need for the comparison then. Period. They're not like.
See, me and you agree on Lomachenko ducking him.
Frequent flyer. That's so swell that we agree. Get your ass away. Okay? Sunday afternoon, bro. I'm not trying to get confused, get a headache. I'm not trying to get a headache. Not trying to get a headache, man. Gotta let you go. Fanon just got up. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Anyway, and thank you again, Mr. DeGrot. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. I've been here for a minute. A good long minute. It's been fun. Stop ducking me, champ. Let me tell you something, dog, for real. Dog, man, you make me like, man, what are we talking about again? You just run me through so many bullshit loops that today I was like, man, I look, how do we get back to the original? Get out of here, man. Gervonta, you're not even accusing Gervonta of ducking. Like, dude, what am I needing? You didn't even, I'm not accusing Gervonta of ducking. I'm just saying that his handlers ducked. Well, if it's he's the handler of who? How can they duck without Gervonta? Is what I need to know. How can a boxer's team duck a fighter? But the fight without the fighter. How does that work? Hey, thank you, 3 Eyes. I try to cash app. So, hey, I appreciate you, man. For sure. Thank y'all very much. Thank you, brother. Oh, that's huge, man. Keith Nolan in the building said, frequent, let's be real. We can't act like Tank's shoulders or handlers are to blame. When Loma did not send a contract or try to negotiate that fight, also Bob Arum was trying to do that back then. I'm telling you, I think that's Bill Haney, dog. I don't know what that is, though. Well, no. I know what that is. It's the Thanos clan. It's Hanos clan. It's Hanos clan. I didn't see that. I can't see that. I don't see that. I don't read that. Fan is your theories. What's going on, man? What's hands down? Say, hey, what's up? Hands down laughing. Yeah, don't duck me, son. Yeah, don't duck you, son. I got to duck that, dog. I got to duck that headache. I got time for one more. We'll try to get off here right around 3 hours. You know, do some light work. Do some light work on Sunday. Do some light work on Sunday. It's been fun. Keith Nolan, wow. One more put. Hey, I ain't seen not hands down. I was thinking of Toya. What up, Shoney D? What's going on, Shoney D? Bingo. All right, one more, and then that'll be it. But it's got to be quick. Thank you, man. What up, Fanon? Though I mean, what up, Shoney D? Semi's World, what up, man? What up? Thank you so much, Mr. Noland. The man. I think Keith Nolan is without a doubt today's sponsor. So we'll just do the channel sponsor at the end of the day. And that is for sure Keith Nolan. With just huge support. Phoenix the Assassin. What's up, Phoenix the Assassin?
I'll give you one more thing because I didn't have it on video, but there was that one thing Brian Custer used to do. I forget the name of that little interview thing that he used to do.
Last Stand. It's over there on
Last Stand. That's the one. Yeah.
Steven Jackson's. If you're looking for stuff, it's over on. I think it's on Steven Jackson's channel.
Yeah, because he had the video uploaded from when he had Tank on there years ago. And he said if he could, he'd make the Lomachenko fight immediately. That's like the only time, one of the few times where it's heard out of Tank's mouth. Because other times it was just Mayweather talking or somebody else from TMT, but hearing directly from Tank himself and from Coach Kenny and from Coach Calvin, they've always called for it. So people want to latch on to what Floyd said about that. So yeah, that was just one thing I found was interesting. It's like, how come y'all not gonna listen to the fighter? But that's all I got for you, man. And yeah, them people with them sad debate talking points. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Frequent flyer, man, is like, wow. He goes through the dog, pause ahead of time. He goes through the back door on everything. Like,
if that ain't the truth.
Just be straight, man. But anyway, man. All right, man. Thank you, Phoenix.
Yeah, for sure, man.
All right, enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Oh yeah, man. You too.
All right, man. Yeah, man. I am. With that, I'm gonna get out of here, man. Always pleasant for that one last caller. Thank you guys so much for all the support on the channel. Thank you so much for coming by and getting on here and talking to me. Man, Phoenix's ass ain't got nothing. He's done, man. You out there tripping, boy. Anyway, with that, y'all have a wonderful the rest of your weekend, and I will see y'all back tomorrow morning. Oh, Shoney D. Okay, yes, sir, Shoney D. Thank you, man, sir, for the best content and being an awesome friend. Thank you, man. Hey, we're going to do it, man. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Shoney D. All right, y'all. And with that, bless and everybody, hey, positive thoughts to all the stuff going on in your life for good recovery and all that good stuff, protection, all that good old stuff that we need. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.